All right, guys, JD here. Welcome back to the Imaxit football channel. I'm your host. As you know, yep, JD. So make sure to smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're an avid fan of the channel, keep on doing that great work. As you know, it's the content crack way in which we try to break it down early in the morning for you guys. And I know it's Friday, so we have to start the program to say happy Fridays. All right. Yes, hope all of you guys are well. We have a jam-packed show today, where in which we're going to break down a few incidents. And as you know, the title stated Craig Butler. So obviously, you know, we're going to talk about Craig Butler. We're going to talk about Liam Bailey. We're going to talk about Mikel Antonio and also a few other reggae boys as well. And then we will still patch in the additional questions that we never had never had gotten to pass on to you guys yesterday. So make sure to tune in. Make sure to, if you have to work now, make sure to go to work first, all right, and then rewatch it, all right, because I am not going to pay for anyone's salary, all right. Yes, we saw Joseph Brown already in the building. Massive respect, thanks very much for being here, all right. And then we saw that our Streamlabs robot is already here, so it's very early for a lot of people. Well, thanks very much for all of you guys that have already checked up. So what we're going to start with is Mr. Butler. Mr. Butler yesterday had a very good win. A lot of personals chopped it up. I knew that after I finished it live, a lot more videos I saw pop up. So one of those videos that I saw pop up, I was actually listening to a few of them, and to be honest, you know, Mr. Butler is pretty entertaining. Aside from the actual football, he's entertaining just the same. But sometimes he can come off quite a bit hungry, you know, because all of us watch the game, you know. And yesterday when we did our breakdown, you know, guys, I remember, you know, we have to point out what the camera shows us. It's like Mr. Butler don't want nobody to point out what the camera show them, you know. So the individual just ask a simple question like, you know, that maybe the luck went your way. And I can tell you have to play it so you can hear how the guy respond, you know, because Mr. Butler is something special. But yeah, I'm actually afraid to do interviews with Mr. Butler, you know, so I don't want anyone to tell me to do any more interviews with Mr. Butler, because Mr. Butler always said that he says that he wants you to tell him the truth, but I don't think he wants people to tell him the truth. We have to be honest, flat out honest. You get me? So if you don't see me do any interviews with Mr. Butler, it's because sometimes you cannot say what you want to say. All right? Yes. Yeah, it's tough. But anyways, it was a channel that I never even, you have a lot of channels, and I have to tell them kudos on the work that they're actually putting out. So I'm gonna try and get the clip before we move on to the additional conversation. All right? Yes, because we have to try and do this service. So we want people to hear it. Yes. And obviously, once you play anyone's clip, we are going to tell you where to find them, and you definitely give them some support there. All right. Yes. So let me go back to the video that I was actually watching. All right. As you come in, guys, make sure to hit like when you share the contents, because as you know, that's how it goes. All right. So this channel that we're going to be playing the clip from is this. Hold on there. This or That's Sports TV. So please go there and show them some respect on it. All right. Yes. Let me try. Or am I not seeing the clip anymore? Because I had it right here. Okay, no problem. We're going to pull it up right now, guys, so you can get a chance to hear it, and then we can start analyzing that. Then we move on to the additional things, because we have some things about the Manning Cup that we have to ask as well, you know, and also tell you what we saw. All right, Mr. Butler is not on the show, so we can say what we want to say. All right, let me try and get this thing playing very fast. And at the 30-minute mark, we will open the line so people can actually talk. All right. All right, so I'm going to pull it up now.
Honor pride, Phoenix can never die.
That's it.
Let me know if you're hearing it well.
You know, little words, a lot of meaning. All right, coach, it was a very
Oh my God, sorry about that, guys. My internet.
Controversial game, right? The referees were questionable in this game, and some would say in your favor. There are a few calls that were missed that might have led to the the outcome of the game. What are your thoughts on that assertion?
You mean the penalty that the guy hands the ball in the box and the ref didn't blow? That we should have gotten a penalty? Is that what you're talking about? Because I don't like hearing them foolishness say. Yeah? We came from behind. We earned it. Put respect on the man them name. So if you can say them thing there, it's not gonna work. You understand? The boys came from behind. There were some of them injured, some of them carrying injuries, some of them playing 3, 4, 5 different positions in a one game. Dante Peralta was outstanding. Yeah.
All right. So please go over there and check out the guy's video. All right. Yes. But you heard him there. Let me know if you heard him very well. So I don't like the way he responded to the interviewee. All right, because I thought that the interviewer trying his best to the interviewer, I should say, the interviewer trying his best to make sure he points out what he saw in the game. You know, like what people would want to hear from him. You know, yes, to hear what he has to say. And Mr. Butler jumped to one of the points then when that was clearly a offside before the handball. Because I was watching the game as well and I was taking the notes. We said it yesterday. You understand me? Some Butler go to that, you know? Yes, but the third goal, it was questionable if he actually pulled, he went over all the way over the line. Yeah, because some part of his body was over the line. So it was a justifiable statement to make there, in my opinion, still. You know, but the way Mr. Butler answered, it was too harsh, you know, in my opinion. It was too harsh. Let me know if you're okay with it. But for me, it was too harsh in my estimation. All right. Yes. But aside from that, you know, his team came back, rally, did well, just as what he said. They were playing multiple positions. We talked about that extensively, that they were brilliant, 100%. We're not going to take that away from him. I was just trying to talk on the interview and tell him that you can tone it down, because all these same persons trying to do is to give you the notoriety that you truly deserve. So the personals that are trying to give you the notoriety, you cannot try to bombard them and belittle them, basically. You understand me? Yes. So obviously I know Mr. Butler is a big man, but at the end of the day, I have to say it still, because that's how he came after me. Hopefully he does understand where I'm trying to come from, you know, because it's all out of respect, because we do respect him, and we are the ones actually want him to prove his point and be great, because that would have exposed everything that we were saying from day one. But you cannot you cannot disrespect the people that's trying to make sure you get exposure. You understand me? I cannot hold them at ransom to say if it's this is that. You know, you cannot do that. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. You have to make sure everyone can freely come and speak with you. You get me? Obviously, I know you're charged up because a lot of people trying to bring your players them down and everything. I understand that, but remember, we are here and we should be splitting things balanced. So if someone saw something, no problem, man. Just answer it well, and we just move on with it and chop up the thing nonetheless. All right? Yes, man. Let me know, guys. What say you? You started 25 minutes early, because I know that at 4 I have to do some things, and then I have to return and do the USA game, and right after that I have to do the I have to, when I'm finished with this, I have to leave, then return, and then do the USA game. So that's why I said I'm gonna just come. If the feed have to force to 2.5 hours, at least I get the time in. You understand me? I do respect the people here. All right, guys, make sure as soon as they come in, smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And you can call in when the time permits and give your take on it. All right, because I want to hear people's take. You know. All right, so we can chop it up fairly, because maybe I looked at it completely wrong. That could be true. You understand me? So that's why I am saying that I want to hear from you, because it's always important to hear from others' side. You can perceive it completely different from me. All right? Yes, but I am just trying to give you from a different side what I am seeing. All right? And I don't like it there. You know, and you know, I am one of the biggest supporter of him, and the biggest promoter of him. You know, yes. So we have to call it speed a speed. CB forgot. No, Chevis, you always a fight the man, and that's why maybe the man have to come off so angry, you know, because of people like Chevis, you know. All right. JD, we want you to do it, brother. No, no, no. I can't interview Mr. Butler. No, 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 no. It can't happen. If Mr. Butler come here, I will just give him the platform for him to do his thing, and we have a reason. But aside from that, no, man. You cannot reason with, you cannot say certain things, or else it's gonna piss him off. We can't work like that, you know, because you can't work on eggshell if you're trying to accomplish something for the fans and yourself as well, and him as well. It's tough when you're trying to do something good and it comes off like you're doing something bad. You know, yes. Big up, Travis. Siobhan Hutchinson. Yes, we can hear it. All right, nice, nice, nice. All right, that's good. That's good. Massive respect. Let me move on to the rest of the comments, them, and then we go through the detailing screen. Butler only wants to hear the truth when it's something positive about him. But yesterday they won the game and they played good. A lot of positives we have said yesterday, but I know that his fans will only clip out the questionable moments when we are asking logical questions, and he answered some of those questions that we were trying to ask yesterday, and he saw it as problems for his team, just the same. So I respect him from that side. I just never liked the manner and the tone that he came off with, but that is okay. We are all human beings and we learn from there. No, no, Chevis, stop calling people them fool, Chevis, man. Come on, man. Let we lead with love and respect. A Friday, in a Chevis, all right? A Friday, and let we live a good one, all right? Yes, guys, it's the content crack early in the day, so make sure to smash that like button, all right? Make sure to give your thoughts down in the comment section. Some things can be both good and bad at the same time. CB fit chill and humble. That's why he's fighting an uphill battle for acceptance. Can never do an interview without it descending into chaos. Okay. Craig Butler, the super. Miss Claudia, I just hope all is well with you and your family early in the day. Good Lord, man. Anyways, let me give you guys some scores and some things today that took place in the Manning Cup, and then we can move on to our additional things that we wanted to chop up. All right, because that is very much important. All right, yes, it's very much important. The game Pomona ended 4-3. We did a separate video for that. You can go there and check out that extensively. All right, we just wanted to make sure we can put that part of the video, the part of the clip that when he spoke, so we can have the dialogue with individuals and they can understand where it's coming from. The additional personnel, the personnel did a video, so you can go over there and support the video. I will try it when I'm done to put the link for the personnel video down below. You get me? Yes. I'm just trying to make sure we can be on level playing field, you know, like we can understand what's going on or what's good, you know. Yes, we don't want the vibes, the unnecessary vibes. All right. Yes. Let me try and see if we can get the Manning Cup up here. Yes. So we have JT Vivo, massive respect. Thanks for being here. Roderick Sharp, thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right. Hope all is well with you and your family in the Friday. All right, because we know a lot of chaos happening over the world, storms, fights. You know, yes, all sorts of things. So for we to get up and be okay in the morning, we have to just be happy. You know, start with being happy first. All right. So we're gonna try our best to give you the things. Let me get the information on the screen so we can give to you. Let me get back those things that was sent to me. All right. 1 second, guys. We are trying to get. All right. Send. Oh, okay. Richie, you have to call in. Hold on, Richie. Wait until we finish the 30 minutes, and then we let the call in because we have a setup here. We have a setup here on the platform, so it's hard for me to change it over. But I'm going to try and get it changed over. But we're gonna Richie. Wait until we finish up this part. Then I will try and get it to you. All right. No problem. All right. Because I don't want to miss a Butler, I'm saying, man, and a World War 15 happened today. You know? All right. Daniel, Dean, bless up yourself. Thanks for being here. Said it's Money Friday. Laugh out loud. Good morning. Yes, but you remember it's actually 2:25 for me. When I'm done, I'm gonna buy my dinner on the road and then come back in, do a next video, and then leave out for a party later. You know, the replay was inconclusive. Yes, so that's why you have to ask question. Impact don't. If he's not 100% sure of what's going on, the kid have to answer a question. Or Chris Smith, or brother, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Rockfort in the building, massive respect. Thanks for being here. Blessings, Mr. Butler. Mona, hot, very, very hot, very, very hot. We have to be honest, all right? They are very, very hot, and we have to give him his credit, and that's what we wanted to do from day one. But we can ask questions aside from that, and not feeling like you're going to be disrespected. All right? Yes, that's all. All right. So Roderick Sharp in the building, massive respect. It's not where the players is, it's where the ball is. No, it has to be where the point of contact. Impact, because remember the goal served from a header, and the guy was actually jumping, and then he's jumping going backward. If he had edited it fully when the point of contact, if he was outside, it would have been a goal kick. 100% impact. We played football, you know, at high levels, you know. So you cannot come and tell me about football, big man. All right? Yes. Stop disrespect my football knowledge. All right? Blessings Sheridan, blessings Football Vision. Thanks very much for the continuous support early in the morning. We already have 50 in the building. Smash up the like button, guys, and share it so we know we have a full house for the next 2 hours. And as what Richie said, he's going to be coming here. So you never may know. Mr. Butler might just turn up and blaze the fire, you know, but he has to do it respectfully, because I showed him not more than respect. So he cannot come up here and bad me up. It's not going to work, which you guys know that. So yes. So you know, I don't want Richie silently I send a link. We can't send Richie a link. We'll make Richie call in. Because Richie might mash up the show starting at the early morning. Because Mr. Butler might charge. Because you know Mr. Butler and him Terminator speeches in the morning. When KC, JC, and St George's old Mona, them dead. I wouldn't say so, you know, because we saw problems for those teams as well, you know. So tell you what, let we just finish off the Manning Cup conversations and then move on to the additional ones then. All right? Yes. All right, we're going to talk about it because it looks like Manning Cup points them always take over the shows them. So let we just finish our points on the Manning Cup side and then move on to the additional points that we have. Dockland says, bless up, big up JD, your wife dress you up. Just you in that flower shirt, man. Just go and leave my flower shirt alone, man. So, anyways, guys, we wanted to get the scores for you, for the Manning Cup, because we got the scores, you know, but some of them never finalized in the end, you know. I can't believe our correspondent deal with us like that, because the score for the one of the scores were wrong. The mean score of the day was not correct, you know. Yes. All right. So, anyways, what we're gonna do, we're gonna move on to the additional screen, the play-by-play screen, so we can chop up the things them. And these are Manning Cup goals. All right. We're gonna be pulling it up here right here, so you can get to see it. Hopefully, you can see it. I think this was the goal of the day. To be honest. All right. Yes. This was. Let me know if it's better than the Whispers goal. Alright, let me know, because the Whispers goal, we're going to show you it's a thunder, you know. Alright, it's a thunder goal. Alright.
Wasn't called, tried to continue, then lost it. I thought he might have called it back, the official.
This is one of the incidents, now thinking of the shot. Take the shot! Oh, that's brilliant! Alright, so that was one of the incidents, guys, where a foul was actually, a foul took place before. A clear foul, you know, and the referee never called it. You understand me? So that's why the guy asked that question at the time. You understand me? That's why I thought the question was valid, because we saw it immediately after. And if I had Mr. Butler on the program, I would have asked him the same question, you know, because we were saying it live. You understand me? Yes. So let me know. Let me know. All right. Let me take up MPEG comments now, and then we'll go back to MPEG comment right after that. Let me know, guys. We're gonna let me pull up the Whispers goal so you can get to see it. All right. All right. This was Whispers goal. Which one it was Whispers goal? I think this was the one. All right, this was the Whispers goal. All right. Hope you can see it well. The bad word in the background. All right, so look at Whispers goal, guys. We have to take out the bad word because kids watching it. All right. All right, very, very good goal. I think it's one of the goals of the season. With this one as well, you know, I think people look at this simply, you know, but this is a very good goal, you know. You understand me? Yes, the one that I call the Alan like one. I think that's a very good one. A very, very good goal there. All right. Yes. So I would put it up with difficulties up there with the long strike, you know. You get me? And then this is the final one that's coming from yesterday.
And last it, I thought you might have called it back, the official.
Well, here's Mona. Gordon on it now, thinking of the shot. Takes the shot! Oh, that's brilliant!
So, guys, you need to vote which one is the best goal so far. All right? And then we continue on the Mr. Butler's conversation and also Mona's situation. Because Chevis said anytime JC, Casey, and George is Olem, they are dead. All right. So we want to ask those questions. That's exactly what I'm saying. At the point of contact. You never said the point of contact, big man. All right. Yes, I know. Say the man in charge. All right. At JD, we know one Butler on the chat. No, you can't tell the man. The man is a big man, and that's why the man always a fight with, you know, because you know come out with them statements. They always. If it was Casey of George's, there would not be this issue. Jamaica is acting like Mona players are from Europe. Bad mind is real. Okay, wow. Football vision, damn, that's tough. The shirt lit, all right, massive respect, all right. So some of them haters them hate my shirt and some like the shirt. You know, thanks very much for the comments and the shirt. Duckland, bad mind my shirt, you know, yes. We need Butler in a JFF go bad up some of them Monday. I don't think if Mr. Butler is in the JFF, he would be badding up nobody. All right. Chris Smith said, JD, I told you we don't have a football culture. We have a schoolboy culture. People love schoolboy football in Jamaica. That is true. Butler, I use Mona to live through Phoenix. Him for just oh my God, Travis, come on, man. We're gonna let you call in, Travis, and give your points. All right. If that goal was scored in a big league, it would be played on repeat. All right. Whisper goal are the best. All right. So that's from Bala Kerr. Some good goals. Yes, all of them are good goals. That's why. All right. Jeff Nicholson. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Where are the other goals? We have the other goals that scored. Let me get the final one. I thought the final one. I don't have the final one here. It's on the channel. You can go and check the other goals, Boss Thomas, on the channel. It's on this channel. You go there and check it. All right? No problem. All right? Let me move on to this because we're going to continue the conversation. So, and we saw Nikki's just checking in the chat as well. JD, we know football. No calls happen in every game. Can you or the chat find out? Oh man, times the Camperdown. How much times the Camperdown coach had received a red card? We will try and check it out. No problem. All right. Good morning, Nikis. Thanks for being here. And then Mr. Duckland says the goal get a 7. The bad word get a 10. And some of them money are troublemaker, I can tell you that, man. Some of them money are troublemaker, man. All right. Oh my God. Yes. So based on what I saw, we want Richie. Richie can call in via the WhatsApp, you know, Just call in, all right? Just call in via the WhatsApp. All right, guys, you can call in via the WhatsApp and give your take on all the matters, because we're going to be chopping up other things as well, you know. We're going to be chopping up other things, Jamaica Reggae Boyz related as well. So we wanted to make sure we're cramming all of the the schoolboy football thing at the start and then move on to the additional things. All right. I didn't like the quote he used to describe the defenders as a fool in an interview. Well, tell you what, maybe just the way he speaks, you know. Damn, I guess I'm bad mind, then cause butterflies and bees a fight to get to my Imaxit shirt. I thank you very much, Nikis. Nikis, you love my shirt, right? Because you have be a bad mind people in the chat talk about them don't like my shirt, you know? Yes, so I don't know. Let me see how much people like my shirt. Show live so early, man. Jaja. Nah, get no notification. No worry yourself, man. You might get the upload, the re-upload that early morning. Content crap, man. You know you can't find it nowhere else unless I max it. You get me? Yeah, man. People try to repeat it, but you know we support the people when I repeat it. But I max it the thing there, so just go and support it. All right, I early max it, and I only 2.5 hours. So Mr. Richie have to come in. Let me try and get him on the phone. All right, so me hear what I say, cause we have a pre-Richie, you know. Let me call him. Send Richie the link. We're calling Richie, so he's come on and speak. You know, we have other things to chop up on the show. You get me? It's not gonna be a Mona show, you know, and a schoolboy show. We have other things to chop up. So we have to call Richie and give him time, you know. That's how I send Richie the link. And then Richie send Mr. Butler the link. And then appear war on my show. I can't bother with that, man. And tear off chest and something. My shirt too nice. I can't tear it off. The Mona defender, he said all the goals they conceded was his mistake. Should have just leave it as that. I don't think it's one person's mistake at all. I just believe that the number 9 from Camperdown was just very good. Sometimes we have to give other players credit, you know. And believe me, I saw a lot more players in the country, aside from Phoenix players that are good players. I have to say that, you know, because at first I only looked at the Phoenix players extensively, but I saw other players that are good players. And maybe that method of people saying that you have good ballers there, you have good players there, because the number 9 with good development, I think he can be a much better player because he can use his size and everything. Still on the early morning, JD, big up. Yeah, of course, I told you once I'm home early, I'm going to be chopping it up, you know. Need to make some custom Imaxit shirt, JD. Yes, we are going to come with it because people crying out for it, you know. We don't do things until the people ask us, you know. People tell us, so we need to cover the schoolboy, and then we cover it. All right, that's how we have membership. So we tell people, become members of the channel, tell me what to do, and we will do it. So that's why we always stay so high on all of the contents, because we do things that people request us to do, not just go and do it because we just want to do it because it might be the trending thing. No, people request it and we do it. All right. So the custom shirts will be coming, and I need to sell 50-60 shirts. Let me know how much is a okay price to the people and pay for the shirts them. All right. JD, you just a show off. So with your early morning show. It's not an early morning, it's actually almost 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. my time. Big up yourself, Andre. Anyway, that massive respect. Guys, share the live around, man. So we get 100 people here. And then we set the next record, you know? Yes, man. Oh, the 5-1 looking. Yes. Wolmer's looks good. Wolmer's definitely looks good. They should have actually turned up against Mona like that. All right, Andre. Anyway, that is my problem, you know? They need to turn up. I thought that Camperdown played Mona the best out of everyone else. Let me know if you would agree on that. If you thought that Camperdown played them the best. And that leave me to question who is really the second best team in the group. Because Idel looks like a very strong team that can pose problems. And Camperdown played Mona the best out of everyone. So maybe this group have a little twist to go, you know. What say you guys on that? I think this group might have a little twist to go. I believe so. Maybe not from the Mona's side, but from the Wolmer's side and Idel side. I think one of them might serve. I don't think Wolmer's coming second. I am very sorry. Drayton Redder. I think Wolmer's not coming second. D-Mac, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. From technical to the world. Chevis, big up yourself. Up JD. Martin, massive respect, man. The Camperdown 9 is a good CF. Yes, man. Very, very good player, man. I think with better training, he can be even better. Triple E, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect, all right? And we'd even tell you guys that we still aim for 200 likes on this one. I don't know if we can achieve it. We don't even know how much likes we on right now. Let me see if we pass 50 already. Because you know, all right, we almost reached 50. We still need to do a little bit better because it's going to be tough for you to get more viewers here, you know? Don't worry yourself, man. You get me? Big up yourself, Maisden. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. Guys, get the likes up on the video, man. Stop styling the video like that. You know you can't find it nowhere else on planet Earth. Warming up for the return showdown with Mona. Well, no problem. I can tell you. Camperdown and other teams will pose problems to you in the group, just the same. What position Dilo, brother, plays in the Camperdown team? Is it Dilo, brother? He was coming forward. I saw him have a shot, you know, so I think he was playing either winger or forward. I don't know. Someone can confirm that. JD, Mona defense is weak when teams like JC, KC, but he said that he had the injuries and all sorts of things. So I think maybe they will get back players and they will be stronger. So send in my request, JD. We need a show to focus on the TD, Windell Downswell. And why is he still our TD, technical director, roles and responsibilities and results, and why he hasn't been replaced for new ideas. All right, Mr. Joseph. All right, Mr. Joseph. Big up. Yes, JD, second place up for 5. Yes, I do believe that, man. Check out Dacosta Cup groups, Group A. We will look at that as well. GM, no worries. All right. Yes, man. Nephew, the commentator says, oh, it's his nephew. I think he was playing either one of the wing roles, wing roll or forward, because he got away and should have done better with that. And that could have earned the Mona team if that was the case. All right. Yes. So let me try my best to get the stats up for the groups so I can give it to you. And I think the Dacosta Cup groups, I have to save it for different streams because the amount of groups there, it's mad, man. It's mad, you know. Too much groups to go through in one show. If I'm going to just make it a spin-off show, because what I'm doing, guys, because I'm not a full Manning Cup / Dacosta Cup thing, I never wanted to jump into that. You guys said I should just cover the Manning Cup and give some scores, and that's what I tried to do, you know. But like you guys trying to turn the shows into full Manning Cup programs, you know. And that is a problem, and then you're going to hear that I'm overstepping my boundaries and all sort of madness, you know. So that's why I'm trying my best to make sure I leave room for others to do their thing, and me can still concentrate on other things as well. JD, I own pajamas too. No need to badman you. So you're saying this is a pajama? Yo, how would a boy face this out? Where it come from? So anyways, at this point, KC on 15 points, right? St George's on 12 points. Waterford on 10 points. Calabar on 7. So Brain still have a little life yet. So if Calabar can make 1 or 2 wins, you never may know. Calabar might can challenge for second spot. Let me know what say you. Based on how they started it, I don't expect them to challenge. I think it's between Waterford, George's, and KC for first and second spot. I think KC will get the first spot because KC started off so brilliant. Don't think they're going to slip up so much times for George's and Waterhouse to catch them. And I do believe that George's and Waterford, sorry, I said Waterhouse, Waterford will drop points here and there. I think so. I do believe so. So that will pose them some problems. All right? Yes. Waterford has 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw so far. I think Georges will get a draw here and there, so it's going to drop off. And KC, they're going to have way more wins. So I do believe KC will win that group. Waterford, it's going to be tough to call second spot there. Jamaica College, I think Jamaica College will win their group because that's 6 wins and 1 draw for them. St. Catherine, 13 points after 5 games played. So if St. Catherine wins their 6th match, they will be joint with Jamaica College. But the difference with Jamaica College, they have scored way more goals, so they still have an advantage there. And St Jago, as you guys saw, they won their game 5-2 over Holy Trinity. That was a good game to watch yet again, as well. All right, yes. So I think it's going to come down to St Catherine and Jamaica College for first, but I do believe that Jamaica College will win that one. All right, the Charlie Smith, Haile Selassie, Tivoli. I think that the group is not done as yet. It's going to go down to the wire. 7 games played for Charlie Smith. They're on 17 points. Haile Selassie played 7 games as well on 14 points. Tivoli played 6 games on 10 points. So they still have a game in hand. If they can win that game in hand, they will put themselves on 13 points there. All right? Yes. And then you have Stats on 17 after 7 played. Jonathan Grant playing very, very good in behind Stats there. So if they win their next match, they will pass Stats at this point. So that is a big problem there. All right, yes, Norman Manley on 10 points after 6 games played, so even them still in the mix, because if Jonathan Grant can hold Stats and beat them, which Stats is my team and I think Stats will beat them, any one of them lose that game will bring back Norman Manley back into the mix. So that is a deadly group. Norman Manley, Jonathan Grant are Stats. We don't know who will truly win it in the end. I'm still going for Stats because of bias, but aside from that, it's a tough group. Then you have Mona, Wolmer's, and Idel at this point, and even Camperdown still in it after 7 games played. Because Mona on 21 points, a stretch away from everyone, but second spot, even Idel, even Camperdown still in it. Because Idel on 13 points, Wolmer's on 15, and Camperdown on 8. All right, everyone has to play each other. If Camperdown can put in a same spirited performance, get some wins, it can turn into anything right now. So let me take the call from Richie and hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Sir Richie. How are you doing? Sir Richie, are you hearing us? All right, Sir Richie has some problems. All right, let me take out that comment right there, because man, a bad mind my shirt, you know. Jeremy Miller, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Calabar not getting the second to me. I know, but I'm just saying mathematically it's possible. Some very good coaches in this group, by the way, JD. Did you see all the coaches? The chances Wolmer's created versus Mona? Yeah, but I still believe that Camperdown looked like they were much more competitive in my estimation throughout the game. I don't know if it's because the lack of respect Mona showed them open up more spaces, because that could be a thing as well, you know. Calabar are possible third in the group, JD. All right. Brain Drain can come out to hiding now. He don't have a clue. Just want the man out. All right. Don't understand where that's coming from. All right, guys, make sure to get the likes up. I'm trying to get Mr. Richie and Royalty back on the phone. Good afternoon, sir. Morning, Richie and Royalty. How are you doing?
Morning, JD. Morning.
You're hearing well? You're hearing well?
I'm hearing you now.
All right, good. So, yes, I'm here now because I heard big bad man, Mr. Butler. I said I don't want Richie on the show, and Mr. Butler see up on the show and said, send me the link. And then morning show mash up, you know? Yeah? Where's that?
It's not a bad man at all. It's just how him express himself towards certain people. I bet if it was TVJ that asked him that question, he wouldn't answer that.
Okay. Well, we have to talk to Big Boss, man, you know? Eh?
If it was you who asked him that question, he wouldn't answer.
No, I know he wouldn't answer that way, but remember at the end of the day, our youths, you know, and they went to the matches. I am not in Jamaica, so I couldn't go to the match and interview him, you know. So at the same time, the youths are trying. So
different folks.
Yes, no, but you can't because he can give beautiful interviews, because he's the vice man, so people love to interview him. You understand me? So and he has a brand to sell, so we want him on the right side because him doing successfully explains what we are saying a long time about Jamaica football and the JFF and all sort of things. So we want him to do good. So anytime we saw that he's slipping up, we have to call him out and make sure him stay in line because he's the one that's making sure to show up what we were always saying before,
Well, JD, look at it this way. I mean, I think is the people them in football make him behave this way because he's trying to say it to them before not saying it. I think if him don't be aggressive to them, nobody respond. And because of that, he continues behaving this way, which is not good for his image. It's not good for the job that he's doing. But you can't change JD from being JD. You are who you are. And at the end of the day, you're a human being. Like him, accept it. I'm a person who, I don't judge no human being at all. As long as it's not affecting me or anybody around me that I care for and love. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Just don't bring it on this platform. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you think that he's being in-mannered or bad manners, I personally didn't like the way that he answered and the player, I mean the YouTuber is the person that posts Craig Butler the most.
Yes. I'm saying he's a good guy because when I never really knew much about. I heard that guy spoke before, but it was not on that. And I never knew that they had a channel, to be honest, because the amount of channel they have. So and you are in the space, so you're doing your work sometimes. You don't have time to check anything. It's just me talking about Craig Butler yesterday, and then when I'm starting out the video, I saw it, and so I saw the respect on my name. I said, okay, let me go and check it out. And when I went and check it out, and then when I went and check it out, I heard it, and I'm saying, "Damn, this don't sound away. This sound away." So when I go in the comment section now, I saw people saying the same thing. So I'm saying, "Oh, definitely." So it's not just me thinking that it sound away. It's everyone notice it, Yes, so I just wanted him to be on the right side. So this is not a call of fighting against Mr. Butler because you know that we ain't doing that. You have Richie on the phone, you have myself. I always talk highly about the individual, but we want to make sure he sets a good precedent so people can't use any excuse. Because remember, it's a long time people try to blackball his players them, and now his players getting an opportunity. So I want him to make sure they get the true opportunity. Because remember, a lot of how much players he has as 16 years old, because we played the next clip yesterday and it looks like they're going to target local players to play in under 17, but also try to get a few overseas players.
Yeah, so I mean there are a lot of players that already played under 15 from the Phoenix camp, and there are a lot more that is going to be in that camp, which is very, very good. The academies, excuse me, are doing extremely well in Jamaica. You have the Elite Academy, the Best Academy. So what is going on now? It is that the academies, because you spend more time developing football, it's now showing in the schoolboy football. And that is a plus for schoolboy football and for Jamaica football as well.
Okay, fair enough. So you would go the same method of taking of putting the camps overseas, to see if you can find the individual talents and try and pick from here, to acquire a squad.
You have to nurture what you have. Going overseas, they are a lot more technical. They are better referees, better surface. They learn the game more. Right now, I'm preparing the under 14s at Papine, and every day they come to me and said, "Coach, when we gonna touch the ball?" I mean, I can't coach these boys unless they don't have the full understanding of the game. So I mean, I lecture them about the game. I give them blackboard work, and every time it's They have never seen so many boys come out at all for a Papine Pepsi team. I'm talking about over 65 boys. I have at once want to play. So football is in the fever. Football is in their brain, and everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to be the forward. Nobody wants to be the defender, or the midfielder anymore. Everybody wants to score goals, and they're at this age. This is where you mold them. When I first got Papi in, I got some bigger boys that are already mold into whatever bad ways they have, and they think that is the right way, because that is what they know that they can do. They can't use their left foot or keep on trying to. Some try to use it. Some are coachable.
See, Mr. Butler, Mr. Butler, turn up now. Good morning. What is your problem this morning? Okay, Mr. Butler is here. Mr. Butler, no one has a problem with you and your football. We are just talking about an interview, and we are champion you. You see your behavior, Mr. Butler? Look at what you're saying now. What is your problem? No one has a problem with you, Mr. Butler. We are all here supporting you. That's what we want you to know. We want you to win,
right,
so other people, that's the problem in Jamaica football, can actually get exposed and out of the way. How much time I talk to you, so Mr. Butler? So why is it you always think so why you consider a comment a rant? No, because I wanted to give you, I wanted to think that you never meant anything wrong, and it's just based off your natural emotion rather than you being disrespectful to the personnel at the time. So I wanted to give you even credit in your statement, all right? So it wasn't anything disrespectful, Mr. Butler, all right? Yes. Continue, Richie, continue.
All right.
You see me tell you, if I had send you the link, Mr. Butler, or what you doing? Richie, how we can get him on the show?
Yeah, man. You're not gonna arrange a date and then on the side.
Yes, man. If you want to come on, no, we have to scrap everything and put him on. The way you post the headline would indicate a rant. I didn't rant. I spoke logically. No, Mr. Butler, if you have time, don't tell me that you're in your boat today. You and Richie come on, so Richie can be mediator, because me not worried there tonight.
Man. Mr. Butler is not a warrior now.
No, me and him have one of the best interviews, but when me I listen to him and other people no, Mr. Butler love bad up the other people. Me don't know if I hear the people talk to him talk about him a certain way, why him bad up the people him bad up the youth, and him know true. All right, so guys, my goodness, he's going to appear. So Richie, me I gonna send you the link now, yeah?
Okay.
Yes.
Now, man, talk on the phone, say, mate.
Oh, you stay on the phone?
Yeah,
oh, yo, Richie, we can't have Mr. Butler alone up here with me, Richie, the phone, Richie, me drop the link, Richie. Me drop the link. Let me change over all of the settings here. Me drop the link. So what you would have to do, Richie, is come on, because the background nice. Your tone gonna be lower than his, so it's good to come on. All right.
No problem.
All right, yeah, man. All right. So the link is in the chat now. All right. You fear my power? No, nobody fear your power. I said I'm gonna bring on Richie. Richie is the person I always correspond with. I know you have a behavior issue, just like myself. So it's good for we to stay here and do it for the kids. All right. Yeah, I know it's your youth. So when you bad him up, I was so surprised, And yeah, Mr. Butler, the link is in the chat. So you make me change over everything. Come on, the stream and come say peace. Guys, get the likes up to 100, man. Come on, man. If Mr. Butler, come on, get the likes up. You know, at 200 we normally target. So get the likes up. He said he's going to come on. Let me pin it. I don't have behavior issue. Mr. Butler telling people that he doesn't have behavior issue. People considered me as having behavior issues as well. Let me go through some of the comments before we get Mr. Butler on. Agree with what Mr. Richie said about Mr. Butler. Oh God, don't set up. I'm big deal and in the building. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. He's in Enough is Enough group 2 JD. Who is in that group? I don't understand. Today I am strong. Oh, happy birthday to Mr. Big Deal. Hope all is well with you and your family. All right. All right. Let me try and send. All right, let me Leon B needs to step his game up. Okay. You think Leon needs this? Okay, well, no problem. Mr. Butler will come on and we're gonna ask him all of those questions in the Friday morning. All right. So Mr. Butler, don't hold up our time, because the 2 hours we plan to stay, Remember, I have dinner to buy right after this, and I have to buy my dinner, eat my dinner, because I have a little party later, my wife's party. My wife's work party to go later, Yes, Craig Butler, the hater. The haters wish you could get banned again. Richard Crawford, I told you, I am one of the personnel that promotes Mr. Butler the most. What are you talking about, bro? It looks like my channel got shut down and you come here with a bag of fake news and I put Mr. Butler now for worried me. Okay, let me try and pin the link so you can find the link. Maybe that's a problem. Let me pin the link so you can find the link. All right, so let me get the link again. All right, so we have pinned the link there, guys. Come on, guys. We have 98 people in the chat, man. Get me to 100 likes. So more than deserve it. All right, at the big bad show in the morning, All right, let me see here. All right, so we have no need to fear, Mr. Butler. It's not scary. Okay, no. Okay, people say, no, man, Mr. Butler not fear me at all. No, man. Just around some joke. Blake Hilton, bless up yourself. Oh, you doing, big boss? I don't hear from the other day. From the other day, you leave. Go all about. Saw you with giraffe and all sort of things in Africa. Showing off. And I send man pics. Yo, next time, don't send me a pics. Send me a plane ticket. You hear me? Butler has a good heart. I think we understand him at time. What? Him lay down and go like him and relax. Good day, Mr. Butler. How are you doing?
Good morning. I was resting. Just wake up.
All right. No, we did both, man. But so we have to always keep you in line, because you are the one of the hopes, You're one of the only hope we have to make a dent in the things that's happening, like the nefarious things happening in the federation and maybe Jamaica's football. So if you do good, we as persons fighting for a cause for the system to get good things, that's what I'm basically saying. So I never liked the way how you responded to him, because I thought what he saw was legit, But I'm not sure if you saw the replay at the time. Like the goal, you have 2 goals. One, the first goal, which is a beautiful goal. We're gonna pull it up here because we have it on the system, so you can get the seat back. Maybe you never got a chance to see it, but a very, very good goal. You can do that one first. 1 second, let me try and get it right here so you can. 1 second. Very, very good goal. From.
Good morning.
Yeah, man. That one is a very good goal. Hold on. Mr. Butler, what about with your background? Oh my God, the background, Mr. Butler.
I don't understand.
No, it look like your phone I give some problem. You have to jump off the link to Concacaf. We're gonna pull up your goal. The goal from the game.
It wasn't called. Try to.
No, but we're gonna get a background noise, Mr. Butler. Just come off the link and go back. It's easy. Yeah, because they get a background now. So, yeah, Mr. Butler, you have to be careful. You have to be careful showing your chest on the screen, Don't behave like Mr. Cataract, Yes. All right. Anyway, so this. Mr. Butler, you see, Richie talk to the man, tell the man to turn off him camera, man.
One feed. Come on, man. You just wake up. I don't even want to talk. All I saw is the rant.
And they turn up. Yes. So we had said that we never liked the way or you answered that, because it was legitimate claims to 2 of the goals. The first one that scored, which I think is one of the best goals. I think that was the goal of the night of the day. The first goal, this goal that scored.
Continue, then lost it. I thought he might have called back the official.
Well, here's the corner. Working on it now. Thinking of the shot. Take the shot. Oh, that's
Yes, a foul committed at that time. Before even the commentator initiated thought that they were going to call it back for a foul, right? And also, the fine, the third to make 3-3. Hold on, let me mute Mr. Butler to see if it is Mike. Yes, Mr. Butler, it's your background sound. I think you maybe have to jump off the link and then return. But anyway, let's do what I'm saying. The third goal, he was outside, but we don't. On the replay, it's not conclusive that his full body and head was outside when he made contact. So that's why the coach got so angry. So I thought that the reporter at the time was valid in his question to ask you if you thought that certain of the calls went in your favor. But the way you responded, I was saying it's just a little, you should have given him a bit more service. You should have helped him out and calm down a little bit. But I knew you were passionate at that time. But no, you're calm. Explain to us a little bit more how the game went for you.
All right. I understand what you're saying. A lot of people have felt that way before, but after getting to know me or know how I am, you'll realize I'm purely a footballer first. You understand?
Yes.
What I was saying to him, because we should have gotten a penalty just before that, a defender from Camperdown had handled the ball in the box.
Yes.
The ref didn't blow. I didn't run on the field and go on like I was crazy. I accepted the ref's decision. Because at the end of the day, a referee can make a decision one of two ways, in your favor or against you. It's a 50-50. And it truly is a matter of opinion, especially without VAR. And even with VAR, it still is opinion.
Okay.
No. I watched the tape back over because I wanted to make sure when the player left the ground, he left with his feet inside.
Yes, that is accurate.
So he was in the air and headed the ball back. The rules, especially with goal lines, things are this. The whole ball must pass the line. So even if 3/4 of the ball was over the line, it's still not outside. Logic would have it that if the player foot leaves the ground in the air and heads the ball, there's very little chance of him heading that ball outside before he touches the ground.
Okay.
No. My position is, and it was to Javon, is this. You should never try to mar a game of that magnitude with talks about bad calls by the referee. Where was the defender who should have been marking the player that scored the goal after it was headed back? Why not have called and said, why didn't he? The guy was wide open in the middle of the pitch, scored the goal. I, as a player, JD, and especially because of what goes on with my personal players all the time, I tell my players, never stop playing. Never call for the referee. Never, ever depend on the referee to make a decision for you. When the ball gone outside,
JD, I think
a long time. All right, in the back of the net. Before that, you don't stop.
Yeah.
Right? Now,
Yeah.
what my response was to young Javon is very simple. You're bringing up these things. Why didn't you bring up when we had an obvious penalty when the Camperdown kid handled the ball in the box?
Are you talking about the one, Mr. Butler, when they handled it and the ref gave the call, but the linesman called off the call?
No,
Are
I'm
you
talking about in the first half.
oh, in the first half? Oh, I missed that. I missed that one. I missed that call.
Yeah. No. For me, I think that decisions are made both ways. Yeah, and I think that you have to understand the ref's opinion. I've never gotten a red card for that in my entire life because I said to myself, I always say, in fact, I've never gotten a red card. Not as a player, and not as a coach, right? And the reason is simple. There's a point at which you have to stop. You know the rule, and you can't run on the pitch. If the game don't go in your way, you have to just say, if a call don't go your way, you can cuss for a little bit. But then you have to stop and regroup and start again. This is the game. If I am being interviewed after a game, understand there's a lot of passion. I've just finished. I'm very proud of my players. And the first thing you're going to come to me with is those goals that were scored were not legitimate goals.
Okay. Because I did mention that as well. Said maybe because you're you're already in a passionate state. So maybe So I got what you're saying.
But JD, I sleep and I wake up. I have a lovely wife and friends. I lay down and I wake up my friend. Yeah. I wake up and I see my friend Richie on the phone on the thing with you, and I see you, and I would answer the same way. Because very simply put.
No, but Mr.
Very simply put, why are you talking about those things when you never point out this one too?
That is true. But remember, you are Mr. Butler, you know about media because I know you are very much skilled at these things because you cannot be so much of a vibes master on every video. You know about media. We are sure about that. All right, we are sure about that. So you know that you won the game. So the point, the talking points as a media personnel has to be the chances that the problem from the other team. So I think that's why, because maybe they were listening to other personnels. And remember, the coach got red card because of the incident. So that's why I knew that he wanted to bring it up. So I'm saying, as a person that know about media, but tell you what, it's because of your emotion at the time. And
No, but my answer was, if Jose Mourinho or Sir Alex Ferguson were standing right there, or Pep, the answer would be the same.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, I have studied. Let me tell you something. It's all of my life. I studied the greats, I study how they motivate their players. I study their systems. I study what they bring to the game. David Beckham was disrespectful to Alex Ferguson one time. Alex Ferguson take off his shoes and bust him head. You knew that?
Yes, I heard that little row. Yes, that's true.
If you see the passion, look at the passion with Tuchel and who was it the other day?
Conte.
Yeah. Now you have to understand, we are the leaders of our groups into war. 11 players enter the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And one normally comes out victorious. So you can be gracious and respectful after the game. During the game, they go to war. I was very respectful to Camperdown. If you listen to the other interviews, I also raised the point. I said, when Camperdown comes to play, one of my greatest mentors that I had as a young player coming up was a guy by the name of Peter Cargill. And Peter bordered on red cards, but he bordered on it because he was always aggressive, always strong, but he knew when to stop. Right? With me, I've always been the same. I could tell you 1,000 games and matches that I've played with Swallowfield and going through all sorts of something. you recognize Camperdown will always bring that battle. And it's a good thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's just that Coach Butler don't know how to hold it. You understand? He can't run on the pitch, right? And truth be told, because I looked at the tape over and over again, it was brilliant. His feet left the pitch. In the air, he headed back. Now, how many players have the presence of mind to do that?
No, man. Believe me, man. Even yesterday, our show, because that's what we want to get in. Because Richie is here, you know, so we wanted Richie to get in as well. The person in the background, someone named DJ Ballo, play God. Please, you have to turn the camera on so I know who it is before we can enter. All right, because it's not everyone comfortable with everyone on the stream at the same time. So let me know. All right. Yes. So, anyways, Mr. Butler, what I'm saying, beautiful and offense and the pressing, I like it. But I had two questions because I asked you before, you know, long before even Manning Cup started, and I said, Mr. Butler, you have any second way of playing? Because sometimes these are kids, and sometimes they can get a little bit tired and jaded and don't go by that way. Do you have any other way? I said, no, it's only one way we're going to do it. Yesterday, seeing the injuries and everything, you never had any second thought to say, all right, then let me make some slight adjustments to be a little bit more marginal defensive.
Did you see the game? Did you watch the game?
Of course, it was live. Yes, I watched.
Did you see after the fourth goal was scored?
After the fourth goal scored, but Mr. Butler, that's literally at the end.
Answer the question, no?
No, after the fourth goal scored overall in the game, or the fourth goal scored for Mona? Which one? We're not hearing it.
I understand what you say. Yeah, our fourth goal, Mona.
Yeah, but Mr. Butler, that's zero time.
Hold on now. Let's say yes. That's all I need to say now.
Yes.
Okay.
But me not accept that.
Yes. The system changed then. Do you see? Did you see after the third goal score?
After the third goal score, you guys start semi-pressing, not full pressing. You start say, but because
let me tell you what I did.
Every single time.
Let me tell you all the changes. Right? We rested our two wingers. Yeah, our two most dangerous players. We rested them. We brought them on with about 30 minutes into the game. Yeah, or 20 minutes. Mikey got injured. Our striker, we brought on Kishin. We score. Dante Peralta was playing a left wing role at the beginning of the game. Yeah. Once we went down, what I do is I switch the positions and shape to balance the team. You know? So if, for example, we need to get our full attacking force up front and our full defensive force in place, if you realize after the second goal, Peralta went back to centre half.
Yes, that is
with
true.
A young centre half, and we put our midfield general in front of them. You know? After that, Camperdown never come back down our back line. You know?
But I think
after
you
the
did.
third goal that they scored, right? It was 3-2 they were leading.
Yes.
Get back in the game. We put Peralta at centre half, and we put Nosey, Damoy Whitfield in front of him. And we put
I'm asking, was it that to get? No, I'm asking what, because we were speculating last night. You know, was it that to get my boy, the number 9, away from your goal and push him to the wide areas? That's why you try to make sure you jump back the defenders inside, because that's when they started to become pretty much more. It's much more harder for them to get inside the box when you start to push him over the left hand side majority of the time.
No. What happened is this: they know our system normally utilizes through the wings. I really play with 4 wingers.
Yes.
The system and formation we play, no one has ever played it before in the world.
Okay, all right,
It's
nice.
specifically designed for Jamaican players. You have to be extremely fast to use two defenders and shift from side to side. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But in order to do that, the opponent cannot play the ball from their back line. You have to press it. They cannot beat the press. So we utilize 5 players up front. You know,
And I saw it. I saw it.
So what ends up happening is, if you want to go for the goal, yeah? When you say we put more defenders, we didn't put more defenders. We put 2 defenders and 3 people were defending.
Yes, but that's what I said. I never see they put more defenders. You only move the positions of the players to cushion the threat, because the threat was the number 9. He was the one holding the play and giving them options to play the long ball. And remember, once you're pressing, and they put a long ball in, it's a kryptonite for your system. And I've said it to you.
No. We love long ball. That's what we want you to do. We want you to kick the ball long, because you can't beat us in the air.
Yeah, but yesterday that guy was a problem. I don't know who he is, man.
Listen, that guy scored. I'm not disrespecting the player. I like him actually, but that guy scored one header because Dubby was up at centre forward and didn't mark him for the corner. Once Dubby marked him, which is Don Hugh Mitchell, marked him on set plays, he never touched another ball for the rest of the day. You understand?
2 goals him scoring.
Yes, but not in the air.
Okay. But I'm just saying, but look, Mr. Butler, he can control the ball, take it down, and bring people into play, because he did it around 4 or 5 every single time he jumped on the left-hand side, get the ball down, and then invite his team. So all I was just trying to say is, you nullify the problem. So I was giving you credit, but it looks like you just an accident. Then
no. What I'm saying is, Dante Peralta, is one of our best defenders and very aggressive to the ball. Yeah? When we play him higher up the pitch, it's harder for you to come out. Defensively, we would be weaker when he plays higher up the pitch. We need more personnel. When we put him back, you're not winning one air ball, I can guarantee you that. Yeah? And what we needed to do was score. So Robinho Gordon, who is the guy who headed the ball back, he played 75% of the game as a centre half. As a central defender. So we had pushed him up with Don Hugh Mitchell. And instead of playing through the wings, we switched our system and played straight through the belly, straight through the middle. Because what Camperdown's game plan was to overload one side, kick the ball long, and try and penetrate. Yeah?
Yes.
And to stay deep, keep their lines very, very deep. So there was no space behind them for our wingers to run through. Right? So we changed our system in answer to your question. We changed our system to come through the middle. Yeah? And put our most powerful personnel in that middle, Dovey and Danu up front, and then put our most creative player, the number 10, Little 10, Theo, right behind them.
Yeah,
so the game
that's why in the only place where space was, which was over the wing sides, and that's why he becomes not effective anymore. Like he refused to challenge the players them inside. So his coach should have told him to go inside and get stuck in. So
remember, the 3 goals that were the 3 goals that they scored yesterday, was as a result of one player's mistake, if you want to call it that. But it's not a football mistake, it's a mental mistake.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Right? So it's a kid that he has a lot to learn. And this, I took him off immediately after the 3rd goal. And at halftime, I was telling him, say, listen, you need to keep it simple. If you look at the last goal that Camperdown scored, the boy literally tried to body the opponent. And when he he didn't succeed in bodying him, and the guy beat him, outsmart him. He threw himself on the ground.
Okay.
So everybody
So
is saying, "Oh, Craig, you're..." No, listen. One of the things I enjoyed as a youngster is when I made a mistake and Jimmy Sinclair and Bradley Stewart or Mark Mendel or David Hunt. I don't know if you know these coaches, but they are legendary. Winston Chung.
no, I only know David Hunt because
They are legendary as it comes to developing players and working on their psyche. It's when a player makes a consistent mistake that way, it becomes a habit. And the only way to break that habit is to make it hurt him, He has to pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah? I think 7 or 8 goals have been scored against us this season.
Yes.
I don't think there's a goal that has been scored that he hasn't been involved in. You get me?
Okay. So definitely it's just that players concentration, lapse in concentration is the problem.
So we have to. If I love that player, I rate you to them. I think he have a lot of potential and he's young. But if you talk, you reason, you show, and still don't get it, you have to come off. So I was willing to put on a Colts defender, which I did, and take him off for him to learn.
And the Colts defender came on, and it looks like things actually worked better in the end. Then basically,
of course we played better because the Colts defender played to instruction, kept it simple, right? You don't have 2 defenders around the back, and then you're dribbling out. You don't have 2 defenders around the back, and you're trying to body the player to try and turn and win the ball. Play the ball outside and make everybody regroup.
All right, and Mr. Butler, we have some questions for you because this one is. I know it's running in your brains, because remember, a lot of people check our channel. I know they are doing coaching badges. They are connected to Jamaica, but all over the world they are doing their coaching and everything. So everyone saw a little flaw in your system, But we know that you believe that you can overpower and stifle everybody. That is cool. So at this point, we saw these things happen in your system, regardless of the players that's not available and stuff. But we saw it happen. So obviously, the better teams them will try and exploit that. We watched
we
all
don't
that.
play the better teams yet, so we don't.
Let me finish. Let me finish because you know where I'm coming. KC with the midfield cohesive group, maybe not the maximum cohesion in their team, but KC and Whisper floating on the wing plays them and coming inside and not afraid to hold the ball as well. Oh, problematic KC if you get KC with cars. How much of a problem there with cars?
Whisper is a phoenix,
No bother with it. We are asking a question with the system because it's not him alone. His midfield will supply him and he will cause the problem, and other persons will cause the problem. So you cannot talk about.
First of all, you have to get the ball to Whisper.
Yes.
That won't happen.
What? No, man. KC players, them are comfortable on the ball, man. They are believe me, Mr. Butler, I tell you, if you meet them, you're gonna have a problem with them keeping the ball.
You need to understand something. The fact that we are playing a pressing game against what we deem to be normal opponents don't mean that we can't increase our numbers, Just understand, I'm playing with 4 wingers against teams that can beat 9-0. I don't have to play with 4.
Okay.
I don't have to have a back line that has 2 center halves. Our system is not a system that is set in stone and it's fluid,
Okay.
It's fluid. It's like have you ever watched the original Total Football being played? Or how Ajax plays?
Yes.
So you realize that it tweaks towards who we're going to play against.
Yes,
if
of course.
fair play or the situation in a game, if you start out, understand this, the system that I'm developing is not designed to beat Jamaicans. It's designed to beat the rest of the world.
Yeah,
Let
but
me
Mr. Butler,
explain what I
Money
mean.
Cup.
Hold on, let me explain what I mean.
Yeah.
The Money Cup is just being used as an example. That's all it is.
We know
Yeah,
that, but you need to prove something at the same time.
Hold on, I don't need to prove something. I've developed the best player Jamaica has ever had. What am I proving?
No, but that is players development. We want to prove that you can translate not just the players them being developed, but you can translate your ideas on the pitch as a coach and a competent coach that's better than majority of the others. You're proving
that is already proven as well.
Well, no, we want him to prove it against Casey.
No, what you want to prove is unnecessary. What I'm saying to you is this. Listen, I want Casey to play the same system I play. I want the whole of Jamaica to play that way. The average Jamaican takes 3 steps to every step of the opponent, speed-wise. Right? That translates to offensively and defensively. Yeah? So, if we create a system that presses the opponent and forces the opponent that they cannot come out, that they have to kick the ball long, and we have defenders that are powerful enough to win the balls every time in the air, then we can restart the game and constantly translate that back to pressing through the flanks or pressing through the middle at top speed if you have the technique, the skills to do it. Yeah? So when I developed this system, because it's not something I read from others, I learned how Germany played Belgium. I traveled the world. I spent practicum 6 months at Bayern Munich, 6 months at Ajax, 2 years at Genk, learning how they do it, taking their best practices and bringing it back and creating our own based on the speed and tenacity of the Jamaican people. Right? So what we're doing is not something that I take from somebody else and I try. No, I built my own. There's no country in the world that plays 2-2-2-2-4. That's our formation now.
Okay, fair enough. I saw City doing something like that, but they don't start out like that. You saw the new system that Pep doing. It's almost identical to
I have not looked at the system because I'm so busy.
Maybe you stole Pep, you know.
No, because I've been doing it for the last 3 years. Richie can tell you.
Okay, so you're saying that Pep stole it from you. All right, then.
I don't know about that either. What I do know is I don't watch. You know, I don't watch football. You know, like
you never watch Aston Villa versus Manchester City and see them doing it
listen. Only when one of my players play, I watch football.
Yeah, but Liam Bailey.
JD, answer the question. Do you take your work home with you?
No,
I don't take mine either. When I come home, I go sleep. I enjoy my family. I'm a birds. I'm a dog. I'm a pussy and something. But I really have the time to watch a football. Football is for work. Listen to what I'm saying. If we can move offensively faster than everybody else, we can also move defensively faster enough. If we set up our system in a way, we can actually cover ground, right, faster than the opponents. So the whole team can shift if we play a quarterly press, meaning we play in a quarter of the pitch.
Yeah.
Now, do not assume for 1 second that the players out of Mona, who are mostly they're Phoenix players, if the players out of Mona, do not assume that technically they're not capable of keeping that ball and build the ball around the whole day. You can't touch it, because they can, and they do it all the time. If you look at the player, any player in that Money Cup that is exceptional in terms of ball control, movement skills, at any school, is Phoenix them come from now. Jamani Bell from Wolmer,
Mm-hmm. Phoenix is from. Okay.
Yes. Dylan
Okay.
John, the ace from JC. Phoenix.
John.
Dujan Richards from KC. Phoenix. The Ras. The dread that today for Georges. Zabir Taylor. Phoenix.
Okay, all right. No, but we had talked about that yesterday in the program and said
So
even
do not believe that because we're pressing,
Mhm.
that means we can't put it down.
No, man, no,
Because that's
yes,
exactly what we did in the second
yes,
half. You know.
yes, yesterday, Mr. Butler, we literally said that we saw that if you watch the program yesterday, sometimes the people will clip and tell you lies that we over here bash and lie them a tell. Because we said that we saw that your players are much more further ahead in their development. They're controlling their movements, their stamina. There's the all on the solid, But me talk to Mr. Butler. So hold on, brother. Me call about brother. So hold on, please. So hold on. All right, please. So hold on.
Yeah, man, listen.
No, the caller, bossy. Just hold on. Me call about me. I try finish a point. Solid. Hold on.
Well, man, the body up.
No, man, call him because Messi say something to you, but me just want to get the point in and then make the call in. Hold on the solid.
And let me tell you something else. You see that player?
Mm-hmm.
That same player that is giving the problem. It's when I'm finished with him, he's gonna be one of the best national defenders ever. Because he's so good. He's really good enough. Let me just make my decisions. So we just have to fix that for him and I'm good.
Yeah, but because we want to get the answers from you know. Hold on the solid. Hold on, my brother. You asked me if we can call in, and then you're calling instant. Just let me just get the points in because Mr. Butler now go get you know. We have the actually him attack we too early and we never could have planned for you know. Ask the questions, you know. But we're gonna try.
For me.
No, we have the plan. We have the plan to get the questions to make it can break it down so people can learn because that's what we want, you know. We want people can learn from what you're saying. So, anyways, though, the under 17. How much of those players are under 17 players? Because we heard what they're trying to do now, and it looks like they're going to target more local players. And then add overseas based players on it. They're going to keep a few camps overseas to see if they can find additional talent because the diaspora is important just the same. But they're going to try and target more local centric players. So how much of those players that we're seeing are actually under 16 or just 16? So you know they are capable of playing under 17 this time coming around.
Oh, half of them are more.
Half of them, all right. Richie, you need to provide the names, you know. So that means if we don't, we are going to be watching these guys. You know, we want to make sure we pay attention to those guys. So if they are so good in the Manning Cup and they don't get picked, definitely we have to start calling out people. So that's how we want the list of those guys.
I realize that now I have nothing.
You know the names, JD.
So all the main name them we see can actually play under 17.
Yeah, man. Damani Bell, Dylan John, Zabir Taylor. You know all those names.
Oh wow! Damn.
That day Peralta. The same
all right.
Portion, the same youth, Carlton Brown. He's a top defender that you know.
You're gonna finally get what you wish. So all of the Phoenix players will be in under 17 then.
Listen, you don't understand. And this is something that people like to quote me on and say bad things. They're evil, you know. Not because a player is a Phoenix player, that means he should be included in the national team. But not because a player is a Phoenix player, that means that he should be excluded. The best of the best that Jamaica has to offer should be given the opportunity to represent their country, whether you like where they're coming from or you don't. If Cavaliers have a good player, and Speid is the most disgusting person I've ever met. But if Cavaliers have a good player, give him the opportunity. JD, I'm going to show you something where you don't understand how I stay so people will get the facts. You know that Cavaliers had a player named Siobhan Marsh. Mm-hmm. He was the captain of their team. Them call him Messi. He was the captain of their team. Rudolph Speid was the president of CASAFA and held that band on me for 7 years straight. And while I'm in Europe, because the kid was good, I still took that kid, knowing full well that he's a Cavaliers player, that when the transfer goes, if it goes, Cavaliers would get all the money, and I would get no recognition. I still took that player with my own money, brought him to Europe for 3 months, sent him to Club Brugge, sent him to Standard Liège, fed him and took care of him and guided him. And Speed solved the player and sent him back. Yeah?
Yeah.
No, it's not about Phoenix or Cavaliers or whatever. It's about putting the best that we have to represent us as a nation. And people say, boy, Leon say him not play unless Kyle play. That wasn't the case. Kyle was the top scorer of the Belgian under 23 when he represented Genk and won. Yeah? And they were putting schoolboys into the national under 20 and ignored Kyle because he was my son. Now, if we as a family have to say, listen, if I'm going to fight out that one when he deserves to play, none of us going to play. It's the right thing to do. Because principles must prevail. And corruption cannot stand. There's a saying that says, if a good man sees corruption and does nothing, he's worse than the man that is doing the corruption. You can't look at me, and I'm not ranting. You cannot look at me and say a Dujon Richards at the level that that kid is, with the genetics that that kid is, right? And block him out of the under 20.
No, and this is where I did want to talk to you about it. And look how lovely you brought it up. And Richie's here.
Hold on, me not done.
Oh, God.
Done. You cannot see a Donahue Mitchell, which started his first game at centre forward yesterday. You cannot see a Donahue Mitchell and bench and do not call that player. He is a leading goal scorer in the Money Cup, whether you like it or not, with 13 goals as a centre half. When Donahue Mitchell is in my back line, I don't need more than 2 defenders. Because you're not passing.
No. All right, so Whisper's exclusion from the under-20 team. Because some people said to me, you reported that he was sick. He had COVID at the time, and I've heard countless stories. So can you confirm what really happened at the end of the day before we get into the conversation of Whisper? Because Whisper himself is a story by himself. I knew when I was going to talk about that kid, he would have took on to people so on the internet.
Let me give you the match, right? Donahue Mitchell was man of the match in almost all of their practice games going up to the game. Yeah?
I am sure of one. The Westmoreland one, they literally told us that. The Westmoreland one, he was the man of the match. Yeah, that's true. Hold on. Mr. Butler, oh, your voice gone. Your voice gone.
They said Whisper scored in almost every game he played.
Yes, Whisper scored in every game. Daniel Mitchell was the man of the match. Yes, we got that for the Westmoreland game. All right, no problem.
No. Daniel Mitchell and Whisper went on trial at Real Sociedad with Dante Peralta. Yeah? They begged us to bring them back. They could have stayed. They begged us to bring them back. We brought them back. Daniel Mitchell had a math exam. Yeah? And I said he had to go and do his math exam. Math and English, I believe. And he missed for 1 day and came back. By which time, Fuzzy came in. Yeah? I remember Fuzzy was put as the pawn of Speid. Because Sposy did not accomplish anything to deserve to be the national under-20 coach.
Yeah.
So when Whisper came back and doing his job and doing whatever, they then said he played games, he did well. He had a little niggle in his knee. Both of them had niggles. Yeah. I took them to the doctor. We checked them. We sort them out. Them come back, them playing. Them still playing.
Yeah.
When they submit everything, it went to Speid and Speid strike off the two of them and said, don't take them.
Okay.
So that's the facts. And the facts of it is very simple. You answer this simple question in your heart. If Daniel Mitchell and Dujon Richards were from Cavaliers, would they be not under 20? Answer the question.
Based off what they did in all the trials them coming up, I would say yes, because if you played a few practice matches and you made it as one of the best players them and the man of the match, I would say that Hugh Mitchell should have made it, because at least it's plain he played for that position. So even if Whisper might be busy and all about the place gone, they look at the different things, okay, you can exclude Whisper. But Daniel Mitchell,
but Whisper was not all over the place. Whisper was playing. Whisper playing the same games.
No, but I'm saying because through here the excuse he had COVID, all sorts of stories. All right, I'm saying what happened to Daniel Mitchell then, because he was the man of the match for one of the games, and people keep on saying he looks good. I heard Cataract and others saying that he looks good. He was the best player in the park and everything. I heard great reviews on him. So why he never made the team? So I would say because I can't vouch for what happened to Whisper, I don't have a clue. I would have to say Daniel Mitchell should have made the team 100%. Because they lacked defenders. That is where I'm upset, because if Daniel Mitchell can play the defensive role, or you brought an ex-defender that was actually injured. Every time you put him on, he's injured. And he was injured throughout the tournament. No, throughout the trials, he was injured. That's where I would agree with you, say maybe something is definitely fishy, because I heard that this guy was injured from before and he got selected. But no, on the Whisper side now, we have to go back to coaching, because you just said something about coaching, and it's very much important. I want to call in, so I definitely want to get the call on, but I just want to set the tempo with this one. Whisper, how important a coach is for the personal playing style, for selection. You get what I'm saying? Like, how important. You can't just pick up any player and put on the field. So Whisper is one of the hybrid style players. Them. So how important to have a very good coach and an up to date coach to put these players in position. Because maybe that's the reason why he never selected him. What about that?
You're saying that the coach was just incompetent?
Yeah, because maybe it's not every style can fit every coach, because you're a coach, you know that.
But if the coach is just incompetent, and Whisper is not a player that is about style, Whisper is a machine. You put him on the field and he's going to score a goal. Like, just simple. In a business about style or system or nothing. If you want to put him as a number 9 as a post up, nobody can do it better than him. If you put him on the wing, the right wing, as a mash them up and cut inside and go down there and cross it, nobody can do it at his age like that. Nobody can cross it. If you put him down the left side, he's going to power pass and drive to the far post. If you put him at attacking midfield, he must send through pass and stand up in the middle. So there's all players at Phoenix are trained to play all 3 points of attack. If you look at even the Mona players, you see them switching wings, you see them switching formation.
Okay.
If you put Whisper center, he would have better than the center half them.
But listen, Mr. Butler, listen. I want you to, anytime you get, I know you don't waste your time. I want you to go back and see how he plays these players in the positions. I think. But
the point you made. The point you made in a JD. The point you made of the incompetence of the coach, right, is a valid one.
Yeah, look at Mr. Butler froze. Yeah, because what we want to make sure at least the fans can understand that sometimes it might not come down to the JFF alone. It can be because the coach can't use that player in a particular way, or at least he assumed that. Mr. Butler, you froze, you froze.
Yeah.
You're back. You're back now.
More
We're hearing you
important.
now. Mr. Butler, look like he's having some internet issues, so we'll give him a little time to sort out his internet.
Yeah, me and you have talked about that, JD. And
Yes, that's how we want him to get involved, Richie, and explain what he thinks, because it could be more than that. More, Mr. Butler, your internet to play up, Mr. Butler. No, we're not hearing you. So just come off and press the link. Come off and come back on, Mr. Butler.
Yeah, we have talked about that, It's the new dimension of players where which are inverted wingers other than wingers, just plain wing. And enough people don't understand.
You could have Whisper playing in a Tyler Roberts role, going back to play a defender. You would have been comfortable to see him doing that. Be honest to yourself, Richie, because the system would have favored my boy to play central striker, which is Clark. So would you Whisper would have fit in after Clark? That's what I'm asking. Knowing Fuzzy's level then of coaching, what would you say? How you would have worked that out then?
Mr. have played every position on the field, even goalkeeper at the primary level. International level, if he has to play left back, he would put in a best performance. We were losing a game in France one time. It was the only one of the games that we lost under the under 19 level, and he was there, and they put him on left back. And the standout player, he shut down that standout player playing left back. So
okay, so you think he can do the role? All right. Yeah.
You're right. I know. And straight up, I told him if you're gonna make an entry in a world football league, if you see the left back is where you can make it, you have to go there so you can make it, brother. And I showed him, like, remember, right? Sterling start from left back.
Yeah.
So you have to know that them not gonna have them winger, cause winger everybody have winger and everybody have goal scorer. Have to be 10 times better than the sun.
Yeah.
That's why we train so hard. So I mean, it's what you want, and it's only these children are coached. If you don't want to be a professional, this is what it takes.
So basically then, Mr. Fuzzy dropped the ball right there. We want to bring in Jay Taylor because he said he only had 5 minutes. Yes, so I want to give him a chance. Yeah. But yeah, so Jay Taylor, but before Jay Taylor come in, so basically Fuzzy dropped the ball then and never consulted the player and said, okay, maybe my style is a little bit different from yours. But are you willing to sacrifice such and such, because Clark is a person that will have to play certain roles. So can you work with him? Maybe they should have come to that terms and speak with the player then, basically then. And then we can bring in Richie, Sally's after. Let me know, Richie. What's it? That's how you should.
There are different ways of doing it, You can get the management team together, sit down and talk, and discuss what you want and what you expect of the player. No, it wasn't done in that manner where they give you a reason and said, "All right, good try you. Come back next season. We're definitely gonna put you in the next season." Put you in the pipeline. They just don't send you a letter and you don't know what is going on.
Okay.
You have in professional way, you have to deal with it in a way that you know your future. In other words, you don't have to be sitting down wondering, because kids with boys will take that to heart and say, "Yo, I'm not playing no more ball thing enough for me. Because I put out my best, because I train every day, I go hard, my father push me."
Yeah.
These are things. So they're human being first.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I can't stay much longer with you because I have some stuff to do, but
Okay, Mr. Butler.
Yeah, so
No
make him
problem.
finish
But
up and
listen,
then
what I
maybe.
wanted to say is a very simple thing.
Mm-hmm.
If the coach was incompetent, right,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't the chairman of the technical committee also be incompetent for appointing him?
Yes, because it's more than one times they have employed personnel that they deem not good enough. But tell you what, they're actually saying it after. So how can they get away with these things? Because they came out after and said the reason why they are demoting some of the coaches, they cannot do the job, but they're gonna put them on and let bigger
All right,
personnel.
let me ask you a question, right?
Mhm.
Do you recognize the fact that when you have a national cap or you play for your national team, that it is a almost like a way of sieving out for the big clubs in the world, for the clubs in football that have a million people sending them players every day, that being a representative in your national team is supposed to be one of the ways they can assure that the quality of the player is good?
Yes, and all of the
Okay.
players that got bought for Jamaica, all the young players, them, I can attest to that, and I
Okay.
actually take the credit. They literally said the reason why they bought these players, it's because they got national caps.
All right.
Regardless
Now,
of not.
if the person who is the chairman of the technical committee that selects the coaches is connected to a football club, right? Wouldn't it then make sense why a Whisper or a Don Hugh Mitchell or any player from Phoenix would be left out? Because that's how he makes his money for his club. In pushing his
Okay.
players, they get national caps. And he makes a transfer fee. And then, but to do that, he has to put in a coach that he can manipulate. And that is why Fuzzy was in the job.
Okay. All right.
And that is why Whisper was the player. But you see, in life, you have something named long run, short catch.
Yeah.
So you see, what is happening now? In the Money Cup, the people who you have consistently left out are now winning games, 9-love, whatever. And then they say, oh, you're beating easy teams. The teams aren't ready or whatever. What kind of character these players have? You don't see the character yesterday?
Yeah, man, they are good. They are good players, man, and under good intensity and good pressure. They paper, to be honest. So we have to give you credit.
And then JD, me don't want the credit. It's not about me. It's about
No, we have to give
what is
credit.
right.
Give them credit because you are the one doing it. You are the one teaching them. They wouldn't be like that. They would have been just like the other individuals them that they're playing against. Not saying they don't have wrong. You know?
When you look at Whisper, that is a damnation on Jamaican football. That boy is not in the first team of the country. You know? Any other country in the world.
Well,
listen,
that's
JD,
where
let me finish, JD. Because I want to qualify this statement.
Yes.
Any other team in the world would have immediately capped that player.
Mm-hmm.
Any other national team, and they would have immediately ensured that they have him on the bench, bringing him game 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, training with the senior team there, because they know that the trajectory of that player is going to be a superstar for the country.
All right. Before you run, because one J Taylor come in, because J Taylor wait a long time for asking question. But is it that it's a Phoenix player why they're not doing that? Because you have Omari Ochins at this point. I heard that he has a passport, and for some reason he doesn't get.
JD, my battery is dying in it.
I'm just asking us. All right, ask a question, J Taylor. Do you think big boss?
JD, I watched the game yesterday with Mona and Camperdown, right? And I was thinking when I saw the score lines, I heard that Mona is beating teams 9 and all this. JD, it's I know Craig Butler gave a eloquent explanation of the formation that he's playing. JD is the same pick and roll. it's the same Manning Cup, pick and run, the ball in the air, there's a ping pong around the field, no organized. Like it's not organized football, bro. It's kick and run and who gets the goal score and you win. It's not like you can sit and watch a game and you say, okay, these players look like they're following some level of instructions. They know what they're doing. It's the same kick and
So,
run, man to man, kick and run.
so you thought that you never saw any explanation, you never saw any design on the field or nothing. You just saw.
I didn't see nothing, JD. Nothing. I was expecting that because I'm
Oh,
thinking Craig Butler as a coach. Obviously Phoenix. When I see highlights of Phoenix, they look very organized. When I see videos on YouTube, they look organized. But when I'm watching the game yesterday, I'm hearing that Mona is beating teams 9-7 something. Okay, it's gonna be a good game, bro. When I look, it's the same kick and run. It's the
Okay.
same kick.
I say
Yeah.
kick and run give you 7 goals, a 7
Mr.
goals thriller.
No,
And you say that is boring football?
no. Maybe he's explaining it the wrong way. So I want Mr. Butler. Mr. Butler, he said when you use Phoenix team by itself, he can see an organization. But yesterday he never saw any organization. So what would you say to him? You know, like what? We're not Mr. Butler. Mr. Butler, look at him gone. I have some problem. Maybe we get a phone call or something. So
And JD, the score line in these Manning Cup games, don't let the score line them fool you. Yeah? The score lines are just basically teams who are more physical, are more fit,
yeah, but
and probably have
JTL, I
a few
remember, you know,
better
I
players.
apply context to things, you know. I apply context to things. I
Yeah.
never come here ranking them with all of the European 21s, them and stuff there. I come here to rank them with who they're playing.
What's the question?
He's saying that when he saw your Phoenix team, when he saw your Phoenix team taking on all other teams, he saw an organization pattern and everything. But in the game yesterday, he never saw that the same organization like what he saw when your full team playing. Okay, Mr. Butler gone again.
Yeah. And my final point, JD. As Mr. Butler stated that Whisper should be in the first team of the country. You think Whisper is on pace to be like like a Bellingham who's starting for England, right? I think he made his debut at 17.
Anyway, JD,
I think
I'm
it's
Yeah.
Whisper. Yeah, like
All
that.
right, we will link up at Mr. Butler. Respect, yeah. Thanks for
yeah,
coming
the
on.
answer to his question, real quick though, is very simple, right? Even though you may believe that you saw kick and rush, there was a system to this game, and not only that, but we are also playing without some of our players. But the truth of it is that if you're playing a team that is kicking and running, yeah, and the ball is coming in the air a lot, they're going to find a little bit of back and forth. But when you look at what the objective of each team was, that's why you need to understand systems, right? If you look at Camperdown's objective, they have overloaded their right side with three wingers, 3 players.
Yes, agreed.
And once they sustain the pressure, they quickly bang the ball over to them. And the reason is simple. They cannot play the ball out because we're pressing them. And we would have had 6-7 players up the pitch. So if you sacrifice and try to absorb, it's a gamble. But they play the ball over to their players. And a few times they got through. Yeah? So while it may seem like to the uneducated eye that is just bang football, the truth of it is Camperdown came with an excellent game plan.
Yeah.
Yeah? So it may look like bang football because it's quick transition, but it wasn't. And I think the game was a good game. I think it was one of the harder games we played this season, if not the hardest game.
I be honest, I actually like the game, man. So take care, Mr. Butler. Don't worry yourself.
Right.
Make sure we will get in contact with you. So when you're free, we can have a proper interview. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Respect. Cool. All right. So that was Mr. Butler. For me, I wouldn't go as far as what J. Taylor said. For me, I do see patterns of play on the field. I saw people trying to do a specific thing, but he touched a good point there. If the next team, that's what I want someone to answer. If the next team playing the ball long, how can you nullify them? And if every time you give them the ball, or they got the ball on any point, they have to kick it long. Remember, we already identified the problem was the midfield, the range passer from Camperdown has to pass the ball straight to the forward, and then they hold it up and then try to rush into Mona's backs. So, can you stop the ball game from playing that way? So, tell her what, before, I think I've got 4 games. Eh?
Yeah, big coach, them fantasy football coach.
No, I know, but remember, I am doing studies, so it's easier for me to try to analyze, and I put context to it. I put context to it. I'm just no, man. Remember, J Taylor, our friend, So one J Taylor to explain how would he stop that type of play if a next team trying to, like if Man City playing a team. I saw Man City playing Liverpool, and Liverpool. 90% Liverpool will come out the same way to me in professional football. Like, what are they truly doing? Like, their system sometimes seems like they're not doing anything. And one word you have to say, there's a method to their madness in their system of play. So what happened to the teams them that goes long? Like when Crystal Palace playing Liverpool. Why you think Liverpool cannot stop them? And when Watford played Liverpool 3 times, Ismail Sarr keep on causing all sorts of havoc because you had Tridini and those guys that are the physical individual getting the ball longer from the midfielder, and then the wingers them start playing off it. So it makes a Liverpool team now that wants to be organized in their method and their madness of pressing. Can't get to press, they have to be disorganized, and because they're fast and energetic, they're going to be all over the place. So it's not going to seem like a method to the madness. So for me, JT, the answer to that, give them a team that plays the football a little bit more fluid, like a KC, and then we can judge J Taylor. That is fair, J Taylor. Give them a team that plays much more fluid football, and then see if you can find the pattern of play, because you said you saw it in the Phoenix team, but you don't see it in the Mona's team. So I think the answer should be give them a time. Give them a time with a better playing team that's not going to be afraid of them and go up against them, and then you're going to see better patterns of play in their system. Let me know if that makes sense to you, because I know it makes sense, but let me know if it makes sense to you, J Taylor, and then we can get that answer. That's the best way to get to see how his system works. All right? Yes. But good question, JT, no problem. This is the hard tier where we chop up things. Yes, so we have Richie on the panel. Massive respect, Richie. Thanks for being here. Guys, please, man, come on. Give me some, man. We have 160 people here. We do 2 hours and we don't reach 200 likes on the video. And we get J Taylor, big star J Taylor, big star Richie Royal. We get big star Craig Butler out of in bed. I didn't give it 200 likes. That alone should have warranted 200 likes. Craig Butler, come out in bed. Anyways, yes. So, Richie, let me chop up some rest today. This is very bad, We can't even get to touch the Reggae Boyz, and we take up all of the time. But yeah, Richie. Anyways, on the Manning Cup now, even though Craig Butler saying him not see much problem in our team. We saw problems. So you would consider them as the best team?
There are problems, man. JC is the team to beat, man. The more mature team to beat. Because in schoolboy, as he showed, they are boys. And if boys don't know how to control them brain as it, they're gonna make a mistake. Especially when they are under pressure or in situations that they have never been in before, it becomes a problem. So that is why it's called schoolboy football. They are allowed to make these mistakes, and they are going to make.
Okay. All right. Well said. You're into drop out. You're still here, Richie?
Yeah, I'm still here. Man. I'm still here.
Good. All right. Michael Sada said, JD, U20 team had a player that was injured. Yes. They tried to put him on 15 times, and all 15 times he broke down. All right. Yes.
2 times JD, 2 times.
No, I'm saying 15 times because it looked like they were trying to patch him up to put him on again. And when I heard the story that he was injured from inside the training as well, it kind of made me feel away. You're like, come on, man, we had more players. Thanks very much, Issa Allen for the super chat. Said, bless up JD. His system is fine to me. He did make tactical changes in the game and also move players around in the game. All right. So Issa, saying that he saw system. So Jay Taylor, hope your internet Ghana because people are trying to tell us that they saw systems as well. I saw systems as well, you know. But we have to talk to Jay Taylor in an extensive video to hear pick Jay Taylor brain why he said those things, you know. Yes.
No, you need to know why he said those things.
Yes, because maybe somebody continue.
Maybe he was watching Camperdown more for him to say that, and not knowing that they were trying to know what Camperdown was actually doing that is hurting them.
Yes. So JTL have to be JTL may go fight out this, you know, because you cannot say one team does not. So JTL, how is it 2 teams on the field? None of them not playing the system. And you still had some to my level, I saw organization of plays more than one occasion, more than 50 occasions in 90 minutes. It's possible, JTL. We have to call you out in a JTL. You're not being clear enough. Go charge your phone, JTL. We're going to put half an hour on it.
Teams. The Ricketts goal was Obama. It was a very good goal.
Oh, the transition was a good transition. So even if you said it was a foul in between, they had transitions of plays. You saw people moving towards the same system that he said. So how can he move the players then move in place towards the system when the goal occurred? But yet still said J Taylor, there is no system. And we'll literally go, J Taylor, let me play it right here. So let me pull it up on the screen because I have to call out J Taylor on this one, you know, because J Taylor said there is no system, but we are seeing system on the goals. All right, we're gonna play this right here.
That was simply stunning. Moon is number 7 gets his 4th this season, and I'm not sure if you hit a better one than that. Camperdown Win, Moon 1.
Wasn't called, tried to continue, then lost it. I thought he might have called it back, the official.
Well, here's Mona.
Let me try to see this.
Take the shot.
All right. So J Taylor, we can rewind this. In the Twitter. Me that try to rewind if you set it up and how the players them look. At the time to show you that they are doing something. They're organized towards the pattern of play. So J Taylor, come on, man, J Taylor. My head doesn't want to be controversial, you know. Yeah, let me see. Give me how much percent, J Taylor. Give me the percentage. All right, yes, give me percentage.
You want to have the knowledge, JT. It's okay. You know, you can be able to teach him the knowledge, and I'll let him know what to do.
All right, with J Taylor, we cannot make the show about you, you know, J Taylor. I saw the only player I saw that this discipline was the number 10 in the midfield of Camperdown. The rest of the players are kick and run expert. All right, so J Taylor not trolling thing now. All right, no, J Taylor, I can't support you on that. Yeah. All right. Anyways, yes. Big boss, you can call in. People, you guys can call in. We're gonna do half an hour more, and in that half an hour time, please get the likes up on the video. Let's see if we can crack. We can crack over 150 at that time. We need 20 more likes on it. Half an hour more than can do that. All right. Obviously, when people come on, we have to give them their time to speak. We have to ask the questions that you guys want to be asked. All right. So just get the likes up on the video so we can get the visibility. Yes. So who would you say is the best teams that you saw so far? I like for the title wise, because everyone said we have to wait until second round, Richie. But I do believe that if you get a chance to see the teams after 3-4 times, I think you can know who you think will be going places faster than the rest, in my estimation.
And you're correct. The second one is what shows the real team. So easy zone again. I did say the zones were properly organized because you have a lot of schools that competing at the same level in one group. I mean, I can't say much about it, but when they go into the second round and any team that gets those teams, it's not going to be a pretty sight. It's going to be like it's still in the first round. So we have to wait until the second round. Second round, even the semis, I must say. The semis before you see the real deal.
Okay. So semis before. Let me know, guys, if inside the chat if you have to wait until the semis are the second round to decide. Let me know, guys. All right, we have to ask that, man. We have to ask that and stuff, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure personnels get the information that they require. Dan Dada says they come with all kinds of critique, trying to sing Coach Butler. No enough damage. Okay, but Dan Dada, remember we are here now. We are talking football. JTL is a person that we know, and he's just asking questions. Sometimes people just don't know something, or they know something, So sometimes we ourselves might not know it, So that's why we have conversation, because everyone can learn. You understand me? So if that's why I said when JTL phone up and running, maybe tomorrow. Because today I will be doing the USA versus England at 9. So that's why I'm going to stop soon in 20 minutes so I can go and get the food. But next time we talk with J Taylor, we're going to pick his brain. J Taylor, please join one of these other programs, and then we can chop it up, so we can understand where you're coming from. You get me? You cannot use the same standard as overseas. We have to take that away. At first, I usually do it as well, but I have to take it away because the pitches are bad. And I use one thing for the excuse, which I think is a valid excuse. You remember when Pacific FC played Jamaica, Watos, Richie?
Yes, I remember that.
And I said the only reason why Watos not get 50
because was the pitch.
It's because of the pitch. And I heard people talking about, Watos played good and this and that and rare. And when Watos went and played them, I said, Watos have no chance of winning. I had those videos. I still have them on my channel. I said, Watos have no chance of winning. You know why? Because the reaction timing of the next team is not even comparable. The field slowed down the play, so it becomes a more physical battle rather than a slick passing and moving to match the style of the next team. So when that team is on the pitch that they do training and the fluidity of the football can go up, it's not going to be a match. And believe me, I heard people talking all sort of madness, but obviously we are doing coaching and stuff. We are trying to learn the coaching ways. Believe me, when Watos come up against them, man, Watos never have a chance. It could have been all 13 in one game.
From the first half, I had to turn it off.
He could have been 13 in one game. You know why? Because they don't have to think. They don't have the second guess nothing now. Once they pass the ball here, it's rolling at the tempo, and they just pass and move and pick up and just kill you. You understand me? And it was an embarrassment. You get me? Yes. So what I said that to say this Salid, you cannot compare the speed of play as if we are in Copenhagen and we are in Belgium. The pitches are not the same. Because I saw Whisper playing on better pitches, he looks much more composed than when he's playing on these pitches as well. But because he's scoring, no one looked at he's fumbling some of the balls and stuff. So why he never fumbled it long time ago when he was younger? So you're telling me that his controlling got worse? No, his controlling didn't get worse. The feel is worse. But when he's in a different location, he looks much better. And his speed of thought is quicker as well, because now he can control the ball and move. But now he has to control the ball and make sure the patrol, no disrespect, but make sure the patrol not dead here, and then he has to move after. So that in itself is 2 to 3 seconds difference.
All games, JD, he has to walk to see where all those holes and this part of is.
Yes. So that I think that's a valid excuse, because I saw it yesterday, and I know people would agree with me. On that term, you get me? We have to. I know we want to say no. It's not good, The local leagues are not good, which is true, because we just talked about Pacific just came in. Obviously, they have quality ballers, and they destroyed the team that was always around the top tier of the JPL. Watos, and Watos was no match for them. And you know why we know that Watos would have been no match, Richie? Where again was Violet AC? Waterhouse and Cavaliers was no match for them either, you know. Remember, those mans never play ball in 1 year, you know. And they were no match for them either. So obviously we know that our level league is not as high as yet. That is true. But we still have to can put the excuses where it deserves to be, because I think in the Manning Cup terms, the excuses need to be there, because I think maybe we are judging some of these kids wrongfully. You know, Lanisha said, JD, is Whisper training on better pitch than what he's playing on now? Yes, Lanisha, I saw him played and train on different pitches, and his touches look way more better. So that's why I have to ask that question, because now we have a proof. Obviously, that's a small percentage, you know, because it's just Whisper that alone. That was just Whisper alone. You understand me? But what if we put other players on better pitches? We don't know if they're going to look better. You know, some we clearly saw that they're off. You know, that's true. You know, we're not gonna be out here clearing everybody, but some of the top level players, them. The number 9 that I saw yesterday, Mr. Butler, never really see him as so much of a threat, but I think if you put him on a better field and give him better players and with better coaching, you never may know, he might be one of the next personnels them that we are looking to be a trouble as well. So I'm surprised, but I am the one saying that.
I say he's a good player as well, JD. He's a good hold-up player.
No, but what's surprising, I can't believe I am the one that's saying that maybe we actually have talent in Jamaica. Like talent that can develop and put places. I am the one actually saying that.
Yeah, man.
You know?
There are a lot of talent here.
So, Jimmy Taylor, let me know what you think of the number 9 yesterday from Camperdown. Let me know. Yeah, because if I will know how you assess that player, and then I will see if you're just biased against.
He's a very confident player as well, you know. He plays with a lot of confidence. He thinks that.
And where he plays in real life, like in outside the Manning Cup, he plays club football. Which one? Which team?
I don't know where he plays or what he does. I just know that he's a good player that I've seen in schoolboy football. It's my second time seeing him, and he's a good player.
Yes, so what I want, guys, before we leave here, you know, I don't think the best in the world will look good on those damn pitch. Yes, but what, guys, I'm not making excuse for no player, you know. Don't get me wrong, you know. I'm just saying that is a valid point if people can use it as excuse. Some of them can do better. I've never pinpointed the personnel them aside from Whisper, because I got a chance to see Whisper on two different pitches. But I'm just trying to show you, some of we are biased, because no one talked about Whisper's bad first touches them on these pitches. So I'm just trying to use that to say that if the guy has a bad first touch some of the time on these pitches, maybe others could have better first touches, and that could have elevated a game to 3 seconds when you're talking about reaction timing. So maybe some of these players are better than what we are giving them credit for. That's all I'm saying, you know, guys. Maybe it's a small sample size and we need more than Whisper to test it, but that's I'm just saying, let we put some, like, give them a chance in under 17 then. Like in the trials, give them a chance and expose the trials to put them on good pitches and bring in the other guys from overseas and let we see the best players them. I would love to see it, man, because some of these guys, man, that I'm hearing that are 16 years old, they might be better than what I first thought, you know. Yes, I'm watching some of the games and I want to see them on better pitches. So if the other guys them coming in are better than them, we just said they are better than them flat out. Play those better players then, you know. But we want to give them a chance. And what you say on that, Richie?
You have to give them a chance, JD, because the only way you can see how the country football going forward, you know, you have to keep these breeder players that is doing so well in Manning Cup. Because remember, you know, these players have 3 more years in Manning Cup, so they're only going to get bigger and better and better and better. We nurture them from now. We will have a good crop of players coming up.
Okay. Mad Vibes says talent was never the question. No, quality is. No, well, Mad Vibes. I was questioning the talent that Jamaica said them have. You know, and that's why I said I wanted to see. the players them. So now we get a chance to see Phoenix players, see Jamaica's players them. I am kind of taking back to certain things to say that okay, maybe we need to see these guys in better surrounding and stuff. You know, I need to start ask these questions. There's a lot of questions we can ask. So we have Solids back here now. So Mr. Solids, we have around 15, 17 minutes. So
yeah.
Let me understand where you're coming from, because I gave you some valid reasons, you know, and you never hear your answers to them, you know, like
No man, no man. I was out at the park, so I my phone was just at 5%. So
okay. So you join
so,
the speed percentage battery life dying.
yeah. So I'm reach home now. But however, JD, as you say, Mr. Butler talked about his formation, which is a formation that's it's not on the books yet. We don't know about this formation. That's a new formation, 2-2-2-2-2 something.
No, he said 2-2-2-4. But let me stop it there. It might not be a starting formation, because for him it was not a starting formation either. For Pep Guardiola, it's not a starting formation either. I'm going to bring up Pep Guardiola's formation now and show you. It's exactly what Pep Guardiola doing now and dominating the Premier League. I'm going to show you. I'm bringing up the stats now to show you. So, and that's why I asked
is it an official formation, JD?
It's an official formation now, because Pep Guardiola literally using it. But it's a transition formation. So let me put it up, man. I'm putting it up on the screen. Everybody talking about it. It's one of the main thing in England now. So I don't know if Mr. Butler stole it. Mr. Butler said no. He was using this a long time ago. So maybe. Let's see still. I'm going to bring up this one right now. 1 second, guys. I'm going to show you how it work out in the transition for City. And this is what City using to dominate right now. So let me get Manchester City right up here to show you Manchester City right here. And then go on the last formations that they used, just to show you. In the Manchester City game, Manchester United game, that is the main one that you remember, right? The Manchester, because you watch the Copenhagen game, because we know your team.
No, I'm watching Manchester United game. I just never heard about this
Yeah,
formation.
man. No, it's not I wouldn't say it's an officially listed formation, you know. But it's a transition formation, and all formations are in transition as well. So even if it starts as a 4-4-4-2, you might find ways it'll be a 4-2-4 system when the right and left midfielder, if they have the capability to go forward and play their system. You never may know. So I'm just trying to get the game right here to show you. All right, so this is the game right here, guys. Grimy, massive respect for the super chat. I'm gonna read it out right after this. So as you can see here, they have a 4-3-3 system here, which they started it with. All right,
JD, that's how they start out.
That's how they start out. Look, Akanji and Ake, Solids, they push up right here to a little bit up from their normal starting position to around 30 yards out. All right, then you have Gundogan. This wasn't the right one to use, you know, but they did push up, so they push up. So take out everybody out, I think. Akanji and Nathan Ake stayed where they are and become defensive centrals. Then you have Cancelo and Kyle Walker come in to be defensive centrals. All right, and then after you have Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan right above them, being the central midfielder, almost attacking midfielder, and then you have the four, which is Bernardo Silva, Jack Grealish, Alan, and Foden. Tell me if you never saw that over and over in the City game against Manchester City. Over and over and over. It is exactly what they're doing. It's a 2-2-2-4 system that he transitioned into.
It's playing something what they are not expecting. They change it in the middle of the game, and then Man would have to react to it because they are expecting them to play 4-3-3.
Yeah, but Richie, they use it over and over. It's not they use it like around.
It's not new now.
They use it like 7 times and nobody know how to beat the press.
Yeah.
I think only. Yeah. What you say, Solids?
I said that the formation that they explained probably that's what explained the confusion on the field yesterday, why the players them look like that.
So you're saying you're saying that the players them don't know if they play it right or something? Or
No,
it's too difficult.
JD, it was as I said, it was a game of kick and run. One of the players, I have to say, the distribution of the goalkeeper from Camperdown was really good. He didn't waste a lot of his kickouts. He always either hit the player on the left or he tried to hit the player on the right. I have to say that goalkeeper. I like how he like, and Camperdown even passed the ball out the back much better than Mona yesterday. I'm just saying, you can go and
I
watch
thought
it.
they were struggling at first. I thought they were struggling at
They
first.
were in the second half. In the second half, if you look,
Yes, they improved in the second half. What you said,
yeah,
Richie?
in the second, because
They couldn't come out. They couldn't come out. They actually got squeezed and then fitness kicking in the latter part. That is what
Solids. Eddie Guna say Arsenal use it too, but obviously, Arsenal and mini Manchester City. We don't want all the players them. We don't want the coach. We don't want everybody. So we don't want all the formation too. So are you trying to say that it was Arsenal coach taught Pep about that? That's what you're trying to say, Eddie? Cause me no say them something, you know, like a Arteta that teach Pep, you know. Yeah, Solid. Sorry about that. But man, try to show them other people see it too as well. People.
no man, me have no problem with that, JD. It's just like when you're watching organized football, you can either see the idea of what the coaches wanna do. It's just I just can't see it, bro. Like I don't see what the plan is. I think it's based on physicality, fitness. I have to credit the kid from Mona though who's scoring the goals. Because one thing I'm not like when you're a goal scorer, it's either you're good at creating goals or you're good at being in the right spot at the right time. So he's obviously doing something well. But I never saw what they needed to do because I was going off of what I'm watching your show and the other shows, and people are saying like Mona just trashing teams, and everybody know Craig Butler knows some level, he knows about football. So I'm going into watching the game with the expectation, thinking like, okay, I got see Mona on the football compose. But the thing that Mr. Butler said, when you're playing a team that's a kick and run the ball, then if you have a style of play, JD, then your style of play will dictate the game. You don't try to match the kick and run. We are gonna do kick and run too. You go and play, and he mentioned total football. Everybody, I'm a fan of the Dutch football team. Everybody know total football, but one of the problem with Holland is that's how Iceland end up beating Holland. When Heimir said as the coach, he recognized that they made 60% of their passes in their own half because they're comfortable on the football, just passing the ball around. I heard Craig mention something about total football. I didn't see any composure where, like, okay, we got this. Knock the ball around. The play is gonna build up. Players are gonna move. I just didn't see that. I was expecting to see at least a 5 minutes of a string of plays where I said, okay, if you were a scout, JD, watching that game yesterday, I don't think you would walk away with much players saying I could build a team with them. I didn't see it. Like, who would the players be? Like, I think the goalkeeper from Camperdown at least have an idea of where football is going. You can't waste the kickouts anymore.
Okay, fair enough, man. That's why I like to hear everyone's opinion, you know. All right. So Grimy, thanks for the donation. Grimy says people hate Craig for being him, and they need to stop. They need to watch his results and not his behavior. Big up Craig and Phoenix Academy and all their players. Nah, stop rate Craig, my boss. All right, no problem. That's fair. That's fair. And we give him all the respect because I do believe that he's fighting a battle for that we had said before that some of the players them are not fully developed. So he has much more developed players and he's looking better than other personnel. So even if it's less, even if it's not as impressive as what JT is saying, I have no problem. But if you put it in the context of who he's playing against, then you would still have to give him credit because that simply means the rest of the Jamaican players them not getting developed properly then because they are still ahead of them. JT, you understand me? That's the last point we want to finish on.
JD, just explain to the fans. Am I discussing Craig Butler right now or the play on the field?
No,
Some
no,
people
you're
say
talking about the play.
Craig
No,
Butler.
but Grimy
Yeah.
never that talk about that. Grimy is a talk overall.
No, not Grimy, man. Grimy is my Grimy. I'm a dog. Like you gotta see ball across. This youth.
Yeah, but JT, like, you cannot. If you make a point, let's say you make a point. So we say I try to chop it up, explain to the people. People come here, to hear hard talk. You understand me? And this was a show of we reasoning out some things. Clearly, we can't even finish it. So that show you how our shows go because it's an engaging show. So we can't get in our feelings when we are saying things that might hurt other people's feelings. Because people will have to respond. Yes. So it's okay, man. It's okay. But respect.
Final point, JD. I'm gonna let you go.
Final point. Come after the
And I want to say, JD. JD. My
no, that does sound good. Me not buy the Chinese. Cause me know in a Jamaican. Yeah. I hear them talk. You finish, right?
my final point, JD. My thoughts on the game is not just limited to this Mona Camperdown game. It's something that I'm seeing even in the Dacosta Cup. Like, you know what I mean? It's I'm seeing it right around the league. Obviously, I watch KC because we want to see what Whisper is doing and how he's performing. Those are the games that we usually watch. But when you watch a majority of the game, Clarendon College, I think last year they look pretty good. But a lot of times when you watch the games, JD, that's the main thing that I'm saying. I know that the fields are not the best because I always talk about that. But JD, it's embedded in our DNA in Jamaica to play kick and run.
All right.
It's kick and run, ping pong. The ball just up in the air and they pick them ahead of tight and
I know that's where you want to go. So why you never started it to say it's a DNA, so it no matter what we do, we're gonna look like we're kicking and running. Why you never started there so we can understand where you're coming? I am not going to buy any Chinese. I was going to buy my Chinese food, but sometimes I don't put extension on it, and I know how you see it. But me, I go buy Chinese. I'm not gonna buy no Chinese. I'm gonna go to a Chinese restaurant, go buy some food, and I have to wait a little time. So I don't want the time to pass, and then I can't eat the food. I have to start the next stream 8 o'clock on the Imaxit. So make sure to support me later watching England versus United States girls football. We watch all football now, guys, because it's football. We're learning. Yeah, sorry about that, JT, but I have to defend myself on the Chinese.
yeah man it's all but I have to say when Mona get into the second round, they're gonna struggle against a team who could score goals.
But I asked him straight how he's gonna deal with KC, because KC have the passing, the composure, and also the size up front, like the number 9 for Camperdown. So, and he said it's Phoenix, so maybe he doesn't feel anyway.
No man. KC, I would think KC is at least 4 goals better than Mona at this point, because if the number 9 was causing so much problem, and if you look at KC, they have more little bursts.
So you say 4 goals better than Mona?
Yeah, I think KC is at least 4 goals. No, because no, I hear Mr. Butler say,
I know the war gonna start your JT like, oh my god.
No, Mr. Butler says Whisper is not gonna get the ball, so that means he will have 10 players per Whisper. I don't know how that's possible, and Whisper is not the only player on KC who could hurt you. But I just think KC is just gonna be a little bit too much for, because you can see how the hold-up player Camperdown was causing problems for Mona defense at one point. They just didn't have ideas how to organize themselves to score when they get in front of the 18. And if they play a team that's more organized in that area of the park, I think it's gonna be a shootout where they probably lose by 3 goals or more. I'm talking about in the later stages. I think they will still whop up the little team them and do them thing. But I think KC is gonna.
Yeah, but JT, let me tell you about the internet here. When you use certain lines, but nobody don't want to listen no more, because when they come and say 4 goals better, then they won't even listen to the explanation. Which I understand where you're trying to go in, because you're trying to say that if they're getting scored on so freely, obviously a better defensive team with a more cohesive group can keep, not just defend, but continue the pressure on them and create more openings, and that will be more goals. Yes, I understand where you're coming from, but once you say that and she has said back-to-back things, then I'll know find one positive, forgive them, so give them a positive, JT. before you leave, because you know our
From the
word.
game,
Yeah, like
JD,
yes, yeah.
I'm trying to the only positives I saw from the game was the goalkeeper from Camperdown and the number 10 in the midfield from Camperdown. He just looked like somebody he hasn't figured out his game, but he was in the right position a lot of times. He was anticipating his pass. He was just a little short guy, and I was just wondering, who's that guy? Because that's how you scout players, JD. Is not the player that everybody tell us say good. Is the player who actually carry out instruction. He looked like a little bit like he was playing like this defensive midfield role, but he was very organized. He was always in position. That's what you look for players, JD, when you build a team with a balance. You have to have somebody in the midfield who's not just getting caught out of position constantly. What I'm saying is, to me, I just thought that it was the Mona team look, however, much fitter. And they just looked, but they still didn't look as cutting edge as I expected in front of the 18. It was let me just get it here and cross it in the box and hope one of our good strikers get on the head of it, or the ball fumble up and a miss kick in the box and we score. It wasn't deliberate with the build up and scoring. That's what I'm looking for. When I saw the goal where I think is the goal where Whisper cut off the left and cut in and scored that goal, you can see how KC came down the field with the ball and the play went out wide, and you know what I mean, you kind of could have seen the idea of what they were doing, even though they have their things that they're doing wrong sometimes. But you're not gonna expect perfection, especially with the pitches in Jamaica. The field is bumpy, but you still expect JD 5-6 passes string together, and you can see what they're planning to do. I will keep watching, and if I watch their games and I see that they're better and they improve, I'm gonna tell you, I think they came out today and they improved. Because football is not static; it's gonna change. They might come out next game and they look disciplined, but depend on the quality of the opponent as well. If they might trash one, look at side 13, I won't talk about that.
All right, so respect
So
big
talk
boss.
to you later. All right.
Yeah, man, we'll link up. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so that's J Taylor. That's J Taylor's point, you know. All right, so guys, let me see now. Let me see if you want to disrespect me. I've done 2.5 hours, and you guys don't give me 150 likes. Oh my God, you're not doing bad, guys. We need 60 more likes on the video to make it reach 200. What it does, it helps with the algorithm, because as you know, every 2 days you have a new channel coming in Jamaica's category. So in order to keep channels like my channel, the world's channel alive, you have to smash that like button, whether or not you're on it now or you're coming on it later. Do so. All right, I will take 2 more questions, and I will be out of here because I have to order the Chinese first and then redo it myself and play some FIFA. And we should be bringing the FIFA tomorrow for you guys, so don't worry yourself. So we're gonna make Jamaica great again in the FIFA tomorrow. All right, so people are fight against J Taylor. So guys, remember me I put on a show, you know, when you can't like my video because of J Taylor. J Taylor same piece, and remember, it's a show off. We have to speak our mind, so it's from J Taylor's perspective, you know. And I speak my mind. I explain. I disagree with J Taylor at certain point, and certain point I agree with him. JD, I want a match FIFA. You have the 23 already. I am not sure. Let me know if what system you have. FIFA, PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4. Let me know. PS4 22 may have. Yes, I have PS4 22, but Engo God, why should I take up my FIFA 23? I paid so much money for it to go and play the FIFA 22 with you. When I wanted to make sure the fans can get what they want. People pay me their money for me to make Jamaica great again, you know. I wonder if you know that. People pay me the money to make sure I put these series on, you know. So you cannot. Okay, you see the people put on super chat. All right, and massive respect yet again. Everybody will support the thing. All right, yes, man. Thanks to all the super chatters. The like button hitters. I need to have 500 like button hitters. On the channel. You know, it looks like me only have around 100 like button hitters, and then depending on how the story goes, then I will get an extra 100 or an extra 200. I need to have 500 like button hitters before we reach 3,000 subscribers on this, because I'm on my way to 20,000. You know? But what I want to discover, I want to have 1,000 like button hitters by the time I reach back 20,000. I never made the channel that way the last time. Well, no, I'm going to design it how I want it. So by the time I reach the 20,000 back again, I'm getting 1,000 likes per show. All right, don't worry yourself. It's going to happen. Barrington here says he's pointless. JD, okay, all right then. Barrington, what we can do then? We're gonna have programs. I'm gonna bring back these programs where in which I take people on the panel. Make sure they come and speak their point. So if you think JTL are not talking something sensible, then I will definitely allow you on the panel to come and attack his point. Not the personal, you know, because we want to avoid attacking personals, but attacking their points, you know. Yes, and that's why I try to make sure JTL sets it straight to make sure people don't think he's just Butler 18. He's talking about something. So you go and check that something and then you decide if it's sensible or not. All right. Anthem, massive respect for the $5 super chat. Massive respect, guys. All right. System is a plan. Man with a plan is favored to succeed. All right, all right. You have to be careful of the last part in the anthem. Remember, I'm getting Jamaican eyes, you know. Warren, big up yourself. Richard Stewart said JT, I thought the truth. All right, so Richard's agreed with JT. Jason said, JD, go and practice. 6-0 incoming. Brother, listen to me, no, man. Stop disrespect me on the internet, Jason. All right, you hear that, guys? What we're gonna do too as well. We're gonna bring a series like every Friday night. We roll out the FIFA 23 and all of them big game players like Jason and all of the mans that will go and buy the 23 will actually play me in a series. All right, but guys, come on, man. We need some more members on the channel, you know. Because I need my members them for actually come and play me, you know. I can't bother with the man them. Just want to come and get all of the free perks, man. And me alone and half of them things in a star. So why me can't get some members? Look how much super chat me get. And a $2 to the members, and the man them now become members. Oh, no stay some man. Oh, wow, I'm just afraid for to become members because other people are going to criticize, you know. No, man, you can become members. Yes, man. I bring things where people are doing, you know, so no become members, man. You know? JD, EPL chat tomorrow. All right, what I'm gonna do, remember you have the systems here, the system set up here. You know? So I can put the game will be there. I don't even have to turn my TV on. I can just connect the game to the computer system. So we can do that for the content crack tomorrow because this system is newer. So we can do that for the content crack tomorrow, early on. All right, you know what? We will decide it because people saying EPL tomorrow. No, guys, I need 20 members. I need 20 members. I want to stop the mess up because I want to kill me with work. I want to have other YouTubers, you know, want to kind of kill with work too, you know. When I tell me if you do a billion things, I'm going to tell you more than 20 members. When you come here and give me a million super chat and a $20 I take for get 20 members. No, 10 members that. That's a $2 for each member. So, how that even make sense? That no proof. So, me no desperate for money. More want the members them. More want member signs. More want 20 members. So, Jason, become a member on the channel. Boss Thomas, stop style me. Dre Dan, become a member. Cataract Brock. So, we don't want the money from him. Dan Dada, become a member. Let me see what Jason, become a member on my channel. No, you tell me say now become a member. Richard Stewart, become a member. Engo God. You want me to shoot my son, you have to become a member as me now play you. All right, so let's do some bets. All right. And Brain Drain is already a member. You saw the sign come up right there beside Brain Drain's name. Let me put it here. Can somebody properly counter JT points rather than underdeveloped responses like etc? So Brain Drain, I chopped up JT points and JT moved on to a next point. Yes. All right. So guys, I need 10 members. So make sure you want to save the membership for me. All right. It costs nothing more than $2. All right. So for the months, then we are put on $5 and $10 and $20. Only use $2 to become a member because I'm gonna put some things, some revolutionary technology in the memberships. All right. So you see, if we do it them time there, me gonna tell you so on a what them call that? On a waganis. Why I wanna become members now? When we put that revolutionary technology, I'm gonna put in the membership. So all right, guys. Jason said, I'm going to kill you with systems on FIFA. Don't worry yourself, man. You don't think me a big idiot, you know. You see me have a game a long time ago, and now it's fluid passing. See all Jason, you see Jason 1 and Jason 2. No, Jason 3, because it's Jamaica. I go and murder the whole of them, man. That's don't go and take me for idiot, man. Don't go and take me for idiot. Think me I'm a big idiot player. All right. So guys, thanks very much. All of the money we're checking. Massive respect. All of the money we hit the like button, support the thing. Massive respect. But I have to go and try and get that Chinese, because remember, I have to go out tonight, So even when I'm finished with the next video on the Imaxit, which you guys should support later over the Imaxit channel. Let me try and drop the link for that one, so you can drop a like on it, even if you don't want to watch it. It's a very good game, guys. The girls' football is not a joke, man. And you're gonna have England. We don't know if they're the pretenders, but they have defeated a few teams. So I'm gonna be sharing it here. So they are gonna go up against the actual best team in the world. Maybe some people think that they are not the best, but I think they are still the best, which is United States. So we are going to see something. All right. Yes. So if you want to join the panel and you want to watch along with me, let me know. All right. And we can arrange it. All right. So that is the link, guys. Please go over there, drop a like, and definitely subscribe. Donald said, is Butler's system? It's the fourth pass is a shot. Okay. In Butler's system, the fourth pass is a shot. Yeah. Jaydan said 3-0. All right. So guys, take care of yourself. Stay safe, because it's always important, and make sure to keep the Content Crack the #1 show in the Jamaican space. Massive respect. Peace out and stay safe. Bye-bye.